And we're live.
Yay!
Yay!
You're welcome.
Yes. Internet tech issue, guys. Thank you for hanging on. We are now live, ready to go. Let's run through our announcements real quick. Danny.
Hi, my name's Danny. I host our Monday show, Mondays with the Ministry, every Monday at 1 p.m. Arizona time, right here on Twitch. I am also an individual streamer. I on my channel Dubug351, same as my Instagram down below at noon and 7 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And don't forget that TPP is open on Mondays and Fridays for new episodes of all of our shows on the YouTube.
What? Cool. Sheridan.
I'm doing a podcast.
Yay!
Yay! Last episode comes out on Friday. Yay!
Yay!
It is not Toxic Avenger. Boo!
Yeah!
But it is a Q&A. Yay!
What's its name?
Its name is Flick Chicks.
Yay!
Yay! You
Awesome.
can find it on iTunes.
Yay! Cool. Crafty
yeah.
shit. Dice bags.
Hi, I make these. I make dragon sacks. You can find them on my Etsy shop. Dragon sack, one word. 10% off. Use the code Dice Ministry at checkout. And I also make scale earrings. Okay, go.
Okay,
Awesome Star Trek reference.
I make things. My store is...
Go.
My shop is Geek Me Up Scotty. Geek Me Up Scotty.
Yay!
Awesome D&D
I also have one.
reference.
It's called the Sheep Fade. Just go buy my stuff.
Yay.
Special announcements.
Oh my god, if you want more Dice Ministry merch, you can find it at DungeonDeath.store. They make all kinds of super awesome stuff, and we also have a really awesome giveaway coming up when we reach 500 followers. You get a Dice Ministry t-shirt and a whole bunch of stickers, so make sure to follow us on Instagram and share our post.
Whoa!
Awesome.
Shit, guys, one more thing. Flick Chicks is now on after Friday. We're not going to be back till July 10th with season 2.
Oh, cool.
Wow.
Did you just go combat marine on us?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking
Now
about.
we need
Anyway,
down in bourbon.
let's
Juice.
pick it
Cheers.
back up.
Juice.
Last left off.
You're allowed to within reason.
No,
Juice.
So,
100%.
last with our heroes. You all had finished a fight against Dig, an Alpha Knoll or Flynn, who was also a crime boss of a crime syndicate here in the city of Oslavlar, which you guys have been trying to kind of clean up the streets. Seeking to absorb her strength, Raksha cut out her heart, Dig's heart, and ate it.
As you do.
Stupid, amazing woman.
Was it at least tasty?
No, it tastes like shit.
Tastes like shit.
How often have you eaten shit?
The
Not
act
often.
took a bit of a toll on Raksha, but you all continued on. You rallied some townsfolk, gained some more followers, and went back to Deegan, the district that you all kind of set up shop in as kind of like a home base for your operations in the city. Where the gates remained open for the first time in a long time, and you all celebrated into the night. Raksha had a vision of the demon prince, Yinogu, the father of the Knolls, approaching her in the abyss, saying that she'd be the new vessel of his return. And just as the vision was ending, he caressed her hair and said she would now wear a new mantle.
Yeah, he wants to smash that shit.
You awoke. Do you not?
Didn't he?
I
You
I don't want to
awoke.
smash it.
You awoke, and your mantle, which was once your sister's pelt,
What sister?
exactly, a dire wolf, is now the pelt of Dig. You adorned the mantle. Your closest friends are there with you.
I think it's just me and you, right?
No, it's
everybody's
all.
it's the five.
Yeah.
Yvonne's still
Oh, shoot. Okay.
She's still getting that Vic D.
The VD.
the VD.
You guys only knew what they were doing.
She doesn't need the VD.
And last we left off, Yoon was just reaching to lift the mantle off of Raksha's head.
I'm going to grab her wrists
Okay.
to stop her.
So she reaches up and grabs.
I'm going to.
Don't touch her.
The second her hands start moving, super fast and grab and pull.
Okay, I want you each to make contested athletics checks.
Dang it, you're gonna win.
Oh.
I don't roll for shit.
No, you will.
You need to win this one.
Oh, well,
This is the dice that fucked me over, so
I'll
roll
put that
low.
figure on there.
Roll low.
God damn it!
What's a 19 plus 7?
25,
26.
And you?
7!
Raksha, you take 15 points of psychic damage
Oh,
as
fuck.
as you feel the mantle lift off, but stick to her head, and you see a little bit of blood kind of pour out of her nose as she kind of screams in reaction to you lifting the mantle off of her head. And that was 60-10, by the way. And it rolled real low.
Shit.
See, when Luau hears her yelp and sees the blood coming out of her nose, Luau knows exactly what the fuck is happening right now, because she also had the damages with the brain. So Luau's gonna kind of like squish it between the two of them, like.
As the will
I'm
does.
at this point still holding on to the mantle, but I am not pulling. But I am not letting go.
Cool. Then Luau's gonna get like in between your arms and be like,
Oh no,
"Hey,
I
like,
am looking straight at you because I'm like, what is happening?
What?
You're the medical. You're the medical and the healer. What is happening?
This is not Luau's realm of healings, but this is something Luau has also been kind of through. Raksha has somebody in her brains.
What? Well, I mean, yours was a curse because
Yeah.
of the coin.
Yeah.
Is the mantle cursed? Is that what it is?
What mantle?
The mantle on your head.
Have I figured out this mantle on my head by now?
Well, you said do not remove her.
You
No, I meant
know
my head.
you know there's someone talking to you, but
What mantle?
You're wearing a mantle on your head, which I thought.
I have hair on my head.
Here, pet this.
Do I feel anything?
you feel fur, coarse fur.
Let go. Use his other hand. Just
Raksha, do you remember Dig? Do you remember how we completely and totally fucked up her shit?
that wasn't her.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
Why is her head on your head?
Is there a mirror around
this is
anywhere?
when Luau tells you to
I have
put
one,
weird
so
shit
I'll
in your
pull
mouth.
out.
Weird stuff happens whenever you
Hearts are not weird though.
when they come from things that came from demonic beings. Yes.
Well, I thought it would be tasty.
Cook
I'll
your
go digging
evil
for my
hearts
mirror
first.
and I'll.
Is this
Hold
what
it
her
up
face felt like? Is this?
I'm holding a mirror up to you. Like
And
it's like a polished
At this
silver
point,
medallion.
you do see the head of Dig adorning your head.
Take the mirror.
And when you look at it, as you look at the mirror, the eyes kind of blankly, like looking kind of general direction, all of a sudden turn and look directly into your eyes.
Oh shit.
Did we all see that?
Did we see that?
Sure, yeah. You all saw the
Okay,
eyes
the fuck?
move.
Okay, so you are wearing a possessed hat. Does anybody know how to deal with possessed hats?
Where's
I'm
her?
gonna-
Last time we dealt with a thing that
I'm gonna feel for the
had a
eyes.
thing, like a curse on it. We had a level 20 wizard.
You haven't
Yeah.
had a chance to prepare your spells for the day yet.
Where is her?
Cool.
Where is your mantle? Where's your?
I'm
mantle?
gonna be like just
This is
stay
the
with
only
her.
mantle
I need to
that
go
I
pray for a bit.
Where's her mantle?
Yeah.
You
So
go do what you need to do.
do you
We'll keep an
remember-
eye on her.
I'll be back. So I'll go and light incense and start.
do you remember
Right.
Hollow?
Yeah.
Remember Hollow?
Yes.
Why are you hunting Hollow?
Because he attacked my tribe and pack.
And who did he kill that you were trying to avenge?
No one.
So this is messing with your head. Hollow killed your sister, and you wore your sister's pelt.
I don't have a
But she was
sister.
also your
You did.
god.
Yeah.
My, my god is right, Phil. He is in the trees, and I'm gonna feel around and try and find the eyes and try and poke them like
you
real
poke,
hard.
and they're like marbles. They're hard. They don't seem to.
I want to burn it, but I don't want to hurt you.
It's best to leave it.
Do you
it for
think
now.
that our new member might know anything about curses?
We could ask her?
So I swapped out 2 spells. It's 1 minute per level, right?
Not even. It's just at the beginning of your day, you pray and you pick your spells.
Cool. Well, I'll finish that up and then I'll come back. Is there like I don't know, like a check I could do to see
Roll
if I detect anything?
A religion check.
You
Dang it, I'm not efficient. I can't help you.
She does not I'm assuming. Okay, she does not. She told me to kill you if you touch her. Don't touch her. I'm already touching her. Don't. Does it do any more?
You just hear.
Can you just stop touching her? She's
Who is her?
I don't know. I'm guessing the thing on my head.
Does it sound like Dig?
I remember that. Yes. Sounds like Dig. Doug. Dig.
I'm gonna
That's an 11.
let
11.
go, but just stand right next to her and be like,
So with an 11, you know that when you cast this spell, it's best cast in a situation like this with help.
Help from.
Interpret that as you will with an 11.
So, I'm not a very experienced cleric, but what about the? Oh God, what was their names? Remember the women, the other followers?
Your crow peeps? Not your, yeah, the crow
Yeah.
The Raven peeps?
Yeah.
Would it maybe behoove us to go to?
Well, I was
Shadow?
thinking this.
I mean, if nothing else, they might have more knowledge on how to get rid of it.
Yeah.
we can always ask once they're around. We could ask
Wait.
Dig.
What about
Vic and
Do I still
Ivana
have
and
the
see if
veins
they
from-
know anybody else.
What about our Arcana?
Oh,
Barb?
Yeah, Barb. What's her real
Oh
name?
yeah. I don't remember her real name.
Where did it go?
Well, we're supposed to call her Barb anyhow, so that
Yeah.
she doesn't get found out.
So our wizard connection Barb.
Tulia
Talia.
Aldantis.
Tulia, yeah. So what?
Oh,
She is also very powerful.
So last time this happened, Syl was like,
I don't know what to do. And she was
"This is out of my realm," and she was level 20 wizard. Like,
Well, she fixed it the first time.
No, she
So
called
did-
me in and then
yeah,
wiped
she-
my memory.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think Percy removed
Oh, yeah.
hers.
Yeah.
So, I'm not sure if this would be within her realm. I think it would be a good idea to go visit the sisters, something or other.
make a history check.
The sisters were just the high level ones.
18.
18. So they were called.
See, even he can't
They
remember.
were called
Yeah.
They were all the
Sisters.
sisters of the Raven Queen. That's what I have.
That's actually exactly right. They were
Wait,
the
the shit sisters or they are shit sisters?
The shit sisters.
Okay.
Sisters of the Raven.
Alright.
Sisters of the
So maybe we should talk to Vic and Ivana and see if they know anything about it, and if not, I really think we need to go take care of this. We can't leave her like this.
And maybe they can do something about this, and I like pull my shirt away.
You
down
see the
to
veins
Oh, I was all, yeah, we can.
Yeah.
crawling, and you see them slowly like moving.
Where do they originate from?
Or
the heart.
The heart.
Right, we had said that they looked similar to,
Similar
but
to
not
the same.
yeah,
Yeah,
not
not the queen.
Yeah.
okay. Great.
And we fixed the poison, right?
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah,
The poison's
poison's
gone.
gone.
But the
Just wanted to
corruption
make
is
sure
still
that
there.
I'm gonna,
was
like,
one less
gently
small
pick-
thing hit the
Poke a
ground.
couple of the veins and does it do anything to the speed of the black? I'm just like continuing.
I'm gonna.
Does this hurt?
No, I'm gonna hold one spot where a vein's crawling and see if it stops it.
It does.
Yeah. Well, you need blood in
And
your
then I'll
body.
go.
Yeah.
We can
Yeah,
just
well-
put an entire cinch around your chest right here. It'll be lovely.
Yeah, that's like a
not
great
do
idea.
that.
Yeah, nobody needs, blood in their brain. I mean, that's a stupid organ anyhow, right? We don't know what that's for.
I know, right?
Yeah.
You hear a voice through that says,
Know what? Know what?
Who are you talking
What's
to?
She's talking to Dig in her
Voice
head.
in my head.
So, for future reference, any plans we make about this, Raksha needs to be in another room. Because apparently Dig can hear what we're saying. By the way, hi Dig. So glad to have killed you.
roll a wisdom saving.
Oh,
Oh,
fuck.
Sorry.
Oh, you.
Oh, my +0 to wisdom.
10.
10. all of a sudden Raksha starts speaking to you all. She gets kind of close and almost like down on all fours. And you hear this voice come out of her mouth that you've never heard before. It just says, "You may try to stop me, but I am coming for you all."
I'm a slapper.
You slap her, bam, and nothing happens. And she just keeps talking and just says, "You know who comes for each one of you,
We've stopped him once and we'll
and I
do
will
it again.
stop you."
Okay, I think it's time.
Self. And then Raksha's back to
Yes,
herself.
Wells'
We need to
tail
go.
is about this big around.
Yeah.
Like, her ears are flat. Like, this is not
What?
cool.
Yeah. Why does my face hurt?
Okay, so it's
So, Raksha, will you stay here for one moment? I don't want to leave her alone. I want to ask something of the rest of you guys. So, will somebody stay with her while I ask
Raksha.
something real quick?
I'm really sorry, but can I have the ring back?
Oh,
I was just gonna say that.
well, we have to turn the ring on, though. She can't just eavesdrop.
No, it's
but if you
everybody.
send it to one,
I
you
know,
send
but
it
if
to
we send
everybody.
something, but I'm saying like, okay.
Right. I'll give it back. I'm sorry.
I'll stay with
You
her.
I'll say
won't be without one of us at any point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna fix this.
So I'm just gonna take Raksha carefully out
Well,
of the room.
you guys can just stay here and we can just step out real quick.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine too.
Yeah.
That's fine too. So I'd rather not touch that thing.
Yeah. So I just want to step out.
Should two of us?
No.
It's going to be very quick, and we'll just be right outside the door.
Okay.
Nasara, just make a lot of noise so she can't accidentally overhear, because I know her senses are good. Sing a song. It'll be lovely. Sing
I'm
a
gonna
shanty.
start singing. Fucking.
Make a
Yeah.
perception check with disadvantage.
She'll become
Perception.
again,
Yep.
Yeah. I'll be singing Wonderwall.
I'll be singing something that is public
17.
domain.
Okay. So what you all step outside? What do you do?
Yeah. My vote is she is the strongest fighter among us. I say we tie her up, and I can carry her wherever we need to go.
I was going to ask if you knew any way to, with herbs, maybe make her.
Unconscious. But if she goes fully unconscious, would that allow Dig to take control again?
Well, we won't know unless
Unless we try.
we try it. I mean, Well can easily knock her out. I mean, we have two different ways.
Because the thing is, like, I was about to just ask for Waksha's permission and be like, you know, Dig just took control for a second. Can I just tie you up? But there's no way of knowing when Dig is listening in, when Dig is going to take control. So I almost feel like we have to leave Raksha out of all the planning.
Okay.
And just
So
hope that she
you
understands.
guys go ahead and do that, and Wells gonna take a trip downstairs to the kitchen and get herself a cup of tea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
You do that. I'm gonna go make sure Ivana's awake.
Before you do that, would you mind being in the room just for a moment while I tie her up?
Of course.
I would just like having more than just
That's
me and
probably a
Nasara.
good idea.
Yeah.
Sure. So we'll go back upstairs.
So you go back into the room
Mm-hmm.
with Raksha and a singing Nasara.
Raksha,
What do you like to do?
do you trust us?
Yes.
Close your eyes, please. And put out your hands.
Roll a wisdom saving throw.
Oh.
And we gotta get this taken care of like ASAP.
Yeah.
This is annoying as shit.
That's a 14.
14. What do you do?
Taking my rope and I'm binding her wrists.
Okay.
And then I'm
I
going
would
to.
like you all to roll initiative.
Dang it!
Fuck.
Oh
Me
man,
too.
Wells not in there.
You
Fuck,
too.
I'm not in there.
The three of you and Raksha, I would like you all to roll initiative.
Shit. The one
But
time
she didn't
I want this
touch
dice to
the
continue
thing.
to screw me over.
She
It
touched
rolls well.
Raksha.
Oh, Nick.
I didn't touch her. I'm just wrapping rope around her.
Yeah.
I'm touching the rope and the rope is touching her.
Apparently
So
she's
yes.
just totally possessed.
Yep. Okay. Hey, for once in my life, I rolled a good initiative.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, so 25 to 20.
22.
22.
Whoa.
All right.
Girl,
Yep.
get it.
Nice.
15 to 20.
16.
16.
What's
No,
your
my
dice
dice
modifier?
is 0.
Yeah, your dice is 0.
0.
I wasn't expecting it to escalate
No,
this quickly. I
that
thought I could go down to
fast.
the kitchen and get back up there in time.
Apparently not.
But also, I'm not getting tea.
10 to 15.
10. I'm making tea for her.
You're making a specialty.
Yes, a sleepy time tea.
So, Yoon, you're trying to find her.
Mm-hmm.
Make an athletics check. Raksha,
Okay.
a contested athletics check.
9.
24.
Oh my.
So as soon as you start to wrap the bindings around her hands,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I
you
need
just
to change
see her just
Oh.
rip out, and in her hand, you start to see a forming
No.
flail.
No.
And it starts to drop to the ground.
Oh.
I am ducking under her hands and punch to the gut.
Okay,
Oh, shit.
roll your attacks.
Stunning or
Yay, that's a 26.
Yes.
6 hits.
stunner.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing, stunning strike.
Oh, yeah.
I have to remember, so it's a d6. Where is this?
What time I want to
Slap
get
her
hit?
around
With my stuff.
That
Slap her
is
around a little bit.
8
My
points of
staff.
damage.
8 points of damage,
Jump,
and it's
jump.
a Constitution saving throw.
Yes. Yeah, con save.
Make
Roll
a
low,
Constitution
roll low.
saving throw.
That's cocked.
Yes. Hallelujah. That's not so good for you. That's a 20 total.
Yeah, you saved.
So you strike into her stomach, and you feel the energy pulse into her, but as she resists it, you see her start to bring the flail around to hit. Second attack.
Oh god, dang it.
Oh shit.
No, the second one misses.
Okay. Second one misses.
Kill Rockta, did we kill?
But, oh wait, I get a third attack. I forgot.
You do.
I do.
Stun the shit out of me. Stun the shit.
Yes, that hits.
Yes.
Roll damage.
Roll damage. 8 points of damage again.
Nice.
And another con save.
Okay, hold on. 8 points of damage. Uh, 23.
Use a different die! Yes.
So you strike, hit both times. You see this spark of like divine energies like flow into her and then dissipate, and she resists it as the flail starts coming around
Oh
towards
shit!
you.
God, shit. Fuck.
I need you to make 3 attacks at disadvantage
Okay.
because of the flow
And,
displacement.
and what kind?
You're gonna add your strength modifier, your attack modifier to it, as if you were rolling an attack with your axe.
With the shit. You said with disadvantage.
Yep.
Oh hallelujah! That's only 20.
So 20. Roll.
First roll was a 17.
Roll your second attack.
Fuck.
17.
That misses.
Misses.
So second one misses. Third attack.
Oh, 10.
10.
Okay.
This is the first one.
So as you strike, she brings the flail around, and as one of the flail hits you, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. I need you to roll 1d10.
It's only 13.
13. Okay.
2.
2. Okay. Shit, I should have had you do this in a different order. Alright. What was your 2 rolls for the second roll?
A 17 and a 10.
Yeah.
A 17.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then for the third roll?
It was a 10.
It was a 10. That was your highest roll on the
Yeah.
third roll? Okay.
No, you said disadvantage.
I know.
That's the lowest roll.
I know. The first head of the flail strikes you, Yoon, and you suddenly you kind of lose comprehension of who's who.
Oh,
All
fuck.
of a sudden,
Guys,
everyone
I'm gonna
around
die.
you is an enemy.
Oh, shit.
Really?
You're alone.
Shit.
You have to defend yourself. But the other 2 flail heads miss you as you dodge out of the way, bringing us to Nasara.
And I know that Yoon is now, like, she's showing signs of aggression now, like towards us, or
Nope.
am I? Okay.
You can make it. You can use your action if you'd like to make an insight check. That would be your whole action. And you looking at Raksha, her face is blank. Just blank. But the mantle on her head, the eyes are looking back and forth, and you see the snout start to snarl. What do you do?
I'm going to. I'm gonna use. Eldritch Blast, I guess.
Alright.
Sorry.
Roll 2 attacks.
Okay, 1 hits. So that's for 27.
Yeah, it hits.
And then 1 like massively fails.
Okay. So roll damage.
Seven points of damage.
7 points of damage. Okay, so when Eldritch Blast strikes into Raksha, dealing 7 points of damage, the other one misses. As you see her start to bring the flail around again back at you, and you see just this blank face on Raksha, but the mantle starts to snarl. You hear her scream.
Can we tell that she's looking really rough?
You know her enough to know if she's taking some damage.
Well, I probably don't, since everybody's under here.
You've had a long rest too, by the way. So you should be at full health.
Oh!
Percy. You have the knowledge, but you know that if you do it now, it's just you.
I don't know what to do.
I know.
Yeah, if we knock her out, then I can like gentle repose and it's fine, right?
With your level, you know that remove curse would do it.
Yeah.
But you know casting the spell, it would just be you at this point. As you see her bringing this flail around back at you, the snarl on the mantle's face, this blank, dead look on Raksha's face.
Can we try it twice in one day?
Yeah, I mean it's just spell slots. Okay, I'm gonna try.
Remove curse?
Yeah,
Okay.
I should have been right next to her.
Yep. Roll a d20 and add your wisdom modifier and your proficiency bonus.
Holy shit! Look at that. That's a natural 20.
Oh
Yes!
yeah! Oh yeah!
So that's sorry. Holy shit. That's a 29.
Get it, girl, get it.
The DC was 25.
Woo! Holy crap!
So, as you reach out, you cast the remove curse spell. As she's bringing the flail back around to strike down at you, and you see the flail just kind of just turn into dust in her hand as she brings it back around. You see the white fur of Dig start to turn purple and green.
Oh my god.
Spread up, and her mantle turns back into that of Moonbow.
Oh my
As-
god!
Fuck.
I'm just gonna run up and
I'm
pound
not-
the
I'm just
shit
throwing
out of
myself
her.
in
Like,
cover.
Am I still confused?
No.
Okay,
That the effect passes.
Oh my
okay,
god.
Good. Like, now I don't have to attack anybody.
Holy fuck balls. Alright.
I'm gonna go give this one a big hug, and then
Yeah.
run and give this one a big hug. No more eating demon hearts.
Do you think if I had cooked it, it would have done
No! Maybe, but we're not going to find out.
Okay, no more demon hearts.
Yes. Regular creatures, cool. Then you just get regular disease and upset stomach and the runs and you're fine.
Are there like any remnants at all? Like do I sense anything at all from like do I get the sense that it worked? Like
Yeah. Yeah, when you cast the spell, all connection seems, at least to you, at this moment, is severed. The veins in her chest, the blackness reside, like it goes away.
Just like
underneath.
So I'm gonna look her right in the eye.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. Dig is a giant pile of horse shit.
Yes.
Alright, we're good.
I'm gonna reach and can I touch Moonbow, please?
Luell's gonna
Okay.
walk in as she
Gonna
sees
lift
you
it up a
reaching
little bit?
for it.
Yeah.
And then, no! Wait, no, you're not to touch the thing!
It lifts up.
Look, it's pretty again. It's Moonbow.
I'm gonna grab Percy by the arm and then just like give her a big ol' hug. And then give a big ol' like hardcore Frencher like
Yeah,
Dude, like 2 characters
Make
in
a
2 weeks.
charisma saving throw.
Standing there with my couple sleepy heads.
Lulu walks back up.
What?
Oh, Spring, so nice to see you. I have tea.
17. So you all see her green skin, her blue skin turn green for a second, and then goes back to blue. Spring almost appears.
So,
thank you.
for the record, I like you better, Blue. And I'll hand you your ring back. Thank you.
This one removed the curse.
Mm-hmm.
That's good.
Yes.
Do you said
I mean, it's second time. I mean, well, no, you could do it, but
Yeah, by some miracle. I feel like I should maybe still go and, like, I don't know. This whole religion thing is still really new to me. But I feel like I should do something nice.
Did you say sleepy time tea? Is it magic tea?
It's
Nothing.
chamomile.
Nothing.
so I'm gonna take one of my vials and pour my cup of tea into it. I'm not wasting my herbs.
Nothing.
So into it. Just make sure you don't waste your magics because magic can't put me to sleep.
It's not magic,
That's right. Oh yeah, elf.
but it's not. This is bona fide. Came out of the dirt.
Yeah.
Earth
It's people tea.
It's people tea.
Please no.
Well, no, just the herbs that grew out of the people.
So Ivana.
Yeah, in the meantime.
She's getting the beady.
I'm gonna follow my own.
She was having fun of her own. It's fine.
This morning you wake up, the clothes are folded again, all nice and neat next to the bedroll.
Sure.
The fire in the fireplace is burned low. It's just embers at this point. And Vic is just laying there with you. He's awake, but he's just laying there, his hand behind his hand behind his head, just kind of cuddling with you.
That's so cute. I'm gonna flip him over and tie him up.
Aww.
It's adorable.
Okay.
Not in a. Well, it is aggressive. Yeah, it's an
In a
aggressive
kinky
way.
way?
In a kinky way.
Like hog tying.
I'm gonna hog tie him.
way.
Yeah, not. I'm gonna tell
I
you
know.
very nicely.
So you roll over onto his chest and you're gonna tie him up.
Yeah.
Okay, you start to tie him up, and he asks you, "What, Ivana? What are you
And I say,
doing?"
shut the fuck up. And I continue to tie him up. And,
Make a persuasion check.
Okay. Using your dice.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
With advantage because you're naked.
Because I'm naked. Well, mostly.
But also, if you're naked, where did the rope come from?
Oh yeah.
They're in an
I'll
abandoned
use-
house.
yeah.
I'm sure there's rope around there.
Yeah, totally. All abandoned houses have rope.
Sure.
Fuck your dice. 11.
11.
Oh.
Roy.
All right, make
Well,
an,
there was a 2 on the dice, though.
Damn.
make an athletics check.
I'm going to use the same dice.
It's cursed. It's got Ezreal all over it. That's why the letters are white.
4.
That's a natural 15. As he
I'm okay with. Well.
rolls you around onto your back, holds the rope, and looks at you quizzically. What's your game, Ivana?
Do not restrain me.
I didn't plan on it. What's your game?
Some men who like to normally assert their physical power, when they're with me, prefer to be the other way around. Just wanted to have a little fun in the morning with you.
Make another persuasion check.
I'm gonna test fate here.
Ooh.
Okay. 27.
27. He sits back on his bedroll, and hands you the rope.
I'm gonna tie him up very hard.
Okay.
Very tightly.
Yes.
He's the one who's gonna get hard.
I was just saying, I think he's very hard.
Yeah.
All
That's
right.
tied up too.
You tie him up. Do you have your boyfriend? What do you do? Not the detail, obviously.
We don't have to go
First
into
you said
detail.
a safety word.
There's no safety words.
Bullshit.
Ivana doesn't do safety words.
She's not the one being tied up, so it's okay. Pretty much just gonna not have my way with him to begin with. Tease him a little bit, keep him at bay, and then,
Okay.
And then
do what you do.
Walk out, leave him rip roaring. Please enlighten us.
Is this rated? Is this
safety
rated R?
word. Never without a safety word. That,
All right.
The
While you're
safety
doing-
word is dig.
While you,
Oh no! I'm
while
really
you're going
dig what
about
you're
your
doing.
business, you don't realize until a little ways into it that his hands are free.
Okay.
Oh, jeez.
Uh-huh.
But you go about your business with Vic
Mm-hmm.
for a while,
That's fine. His hands can be free.
and after a bit, what would you all like to do?
Are we? I mean, are we going to like be talking about this? Like,
Well,
you don't. I don't feel like
I
it's
do-
supposed
I
to be
don't
public
think we need
information.
Do we want to go to the temple and get kind of a clean bill of health on this one?
I mean, I would like to make a trip there anyways, just because.
Wait.
But
You shared that gross hunk of meat
With who?
No one else ate it.
No, yes,
with
Brutus.
Brutus.
No, he didn't eat it.
Yes,
Yeah,
he
he
did.
did. He did.
He
He
did? I
did,
thought he
but
said
he
no.
made a save. Yeah.
No, he
Make
ate
the
it.
heart, but he made a save.
I thought he was like,
he was
fuck
headbanging
this.
and she was like, Brutus, and he was like, nah, and like
Yeah.
ate it out of her hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, he made a save.
So, but yeah, he didn't look like
Well,
he
we
got
don't know that he
poisoned
made a
and whatnot.
save, so we should probably go
Yeah.
check on the other person who ate the cursed heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just don't think that this needs to be public
And we don't have to
information.
tell him what happened. We just
No,
have to be
I'm
like,
talking-
hey, my man.
I'm talking about like anyone who isn't us. Like, if anyone asks, we had a perfectly pleasant morning.
So Luau has a question.
yeah, perfectly pleasant.
Is
Unless someone heard my other.
who is us? Is Ivana us?
I mean,
I
yes.
say so. I don't
We do
know that she knows us or trusts us well enough, and I don't
Raksha.
want her to have a bad idea of Raksha if she finds out that this happened.
Raksha. Is Raksha comfortable? Who is Raksha comfortable with knowing of the informations
Which informations?
about?
Do you remember what?
Dig inside your head.
I think the fewer the better.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure that her boundaries were set properly.
So I think the question here is just Ivana. Would you prefer us tell her, or would you prefer us not tell her?
If she's gonna travel with us, she should know.
Then we can tell her. That's fine. Just maybe
Yes.
not anybody else.
But I would like to rest a little. I'm feeling a little
That's-
tired.
Well, I was gonna pull out her vial that she just filled up. Yeah, drink this.
Ooh, what's this?
This is cool. You don't even wait for an answer. Fantastic. We just eat.
She drinks it.
It's herbs. It's not
No
magic.
effect.
It's not magic.
No effect.
Oh shit.
I don't
like that.
sleep. I meditate.
Where did she knock you out? Like, in your meditative state.
I don't sleep.
Don't give me that. There's a
Yes.
second state of
Yeah, Vana.
awakeness.
I will say, when Vic is tied up, I would like to ask him some questions, but I'll wait until they're done.
Okay.
You have to sleep every few hundred years. I know the law.
She
doesn't have to
sleep. I just meditate for 4 hours and I'm good.
Bitch.
Until you're 400 years old, and then you'll have to sleep.
Bitch.
I'm gonna use
You're gonna use what?
health potions.
Make sure you speak up to the mic.
I'm gonna use some health potions.
Okay.
All right.
There you go.
Or you can
Luckily,
just
we have somebody who makes those. Yeah, but we just woke up,
Yeah.
and if we want to go to the Raven Queen's
Did you do your full rest?
No.
Because you only took like
I couldn't remember what the
20
numbers
points
were.
of damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well then, hold on.
Do your full rest and subtract
Yeah,
20.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I did like 16, but then you got what 13 from
Yeah.
you removing the pulse. So I did all of it. I'm sorry.
Well, didn't I did 7.
Oh yeah, you did
Yeah.
Eldritch
I did
Blast.
7
So
damage.
30. Do 30. Just do 30
Yeah.
points damage.
I damaged Roger too.
You're so damaged.
Just a little bit.
By your friends. Yay.
I'm so damaged. I'm so
So,
We all are.
while this is all happening, you have victory.
Before I
crimson
notice,
skin tiefling.
he's untied.
Yeah. He has the abyssal mark on his face,
Mm-hmm.
and he's just smiling at you as he's.
Did we? I'm sorry. I've had a lot of juice. Did we learn what that? He said it runs in his family, right? That curse.
He didn't say what it was.
He didn't say.
Mhm.
Before I notice he's untied, I'm gonna ask him what.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he did.
He said everybody in his family and someone you
Yeah.
made a joke about it eventually being on all tieflings.
But he never said the.
Yeah, he never said what
What it
what it
means.
is.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
When he's tied up, I'm going to like take my walkie-talkie and like hold it up to the mark.
We got
To
some.
No,
We got some activity going on.
to the mark on his face, and then they
Tainted
tell me
mark.
what that is
Make it.
specifically
Make an intimidation check.
with advantage because he's tied up and
No.
I'm naked.
Dumb
Anybody
tricks.
else? Yes,
Yeah.
but not Vic.
No, why can't I get in the box?
That's also
That's
what he said.
anxiety.
Yeah.
That's anxiety to stop using this dice, but I refuse because I'm stubborn.
Yay.
Eventually,
I have
7.
7. So you hold it up. You hold it up to the mark,
Uh-huh.
and he just leans into the wakizashi and cuts it along his face and says, "So you do have a game."
Are you not willing to play? That's hot.
I don't play games, Ivana.
You're playing one right now.
You're playing a game.
You're not going to be a willing participant, and I push it a little bit more into
And he
his.
just kind of turns it a little bit. He says, "No, I'm not."
Maybe just some chit chat then, as I kind of kick him and try to flip him over a little bit.
Make an athletics check.
Oh yeah. Natural 20. Natural 20.
Well, it's a 19, so it
Oh,
ends up
very
being a 20.
20. You go to kick him, and he just like,
Oh, that piece of shit. He's strong. Well, what do you? And I just go around and kind of start to, fiddle with bits and stuff.
Fiddle with this.
Fiddle with bits. That should be the name of the episode.
Fiddles
What?
and bits.
What do you plan on doing after you leave Oslubar?
"Who says I plan to leave?"
Do you plan to stay then?
Possibly. It depends.
Depends on what.
Depends on you. Depends on the king. Depends on my status when the time comes. When that who hired me takes his power.
Do you hope to hold some position here?
Here or elsewhere.
What would you do with your power?
I would rule.
In what manner?
As one rules.
One can rule in many ways, as we both know.
Many ways, yes.
As I stand over him, yes.
And he stands up
Oh, that piece of shit.
and his hands come free. So what's your game, Ivana? What do you want?
You can give up information freely to me.
What information would you like?
I've asked you what
As
I wanted
blood
to know.
is pouring out of his cheek.
You know what I want to know. They kind of swipe the blood off of his face.
Hmm. It's just a word. It means nothing.
Can I insight check that?
Yeah.
Oh, piece of shit! 7?
7. Believe him.
I think you know my game, don't you?
I know some of your game. Yes.
What do you know of it?
I know you went out of the city. But to what end? I don't know.
You may find out soon enough.
I may.
I don't give up information freely to just anyone.
Apparently information is more sacred to you than other things.
Some things I give up for fun.
I can respect that.
Yeah.
Even go there.
She's not gonna acknowledge that.
So are we going to have some more fun, or should we go about our business the rest of the day?
What time of day? Like, what time in the morning is it?
Like 7 o'clock in the morning.
What time do we wake up?
Like 6:30,
Okay.
6:45.
Yeah.
As the sun came up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. We both know that I'm not a match to your strength. So
No,
I
you
think
are not.
the ball's in your court at the moment.
That is so not what I thought you were saying.
Your balls are
In
Balls
my
are-
court.
Make an athletics
Your balls
save.
are
Or
on
make an
my
athletics
court.
check.
Your balls are on my court.
Your
We're
balls
talking
are
about
on my
teabagging.
A 16. So I rolled a natural 16. So make of that what you will.
Make of that what you will.
So,
We're still going.
what the rest of you do?
We should probably find Ivana, yes.
Probably.
You guys know where I am.
Are
She's
we
having her
resting?
men.
So,
Her man.
no.
So, quick question, guys. I mean, if she's going to be traveling with us regularly, it might be a good idea for us to be able to communicate with her as easily as we communicate with each other. And we still have that other ring.
Doesn't Zagal have it?
No, we don't.
Yeah, Zagal has it.
Zagal has it.
God damn
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Thick.
But Melissa's so excited.
Yay! Well then,
Fucking,
She's like, I'm part of the club.
I get to be Heart! Yay!
Dude, I would so be hard.
Dude, yes.
Are you fucking kidding me?
well then, if
Bitches.
we don't have anything pressing, I would like to stop somewhere and pick up materials and maybe make another one.
Okay.
I do have an errand to run, but it shouldn't take too long. But yeah, I can just run out and do that real quick.
Well, you're not going by yourself.
What kind of errand?
Yeah.
I dropped something?
What did,
Try again.
what did
Wait,
you
we're picking right back up. We
Yes,
left
we
off,
are.
which you all are.
What are you coming to
St.
find
Deegan.
me?
Yeah, we're
Yeah. So we're gonna go find Yavana first.
me and you and Raksha.
Yeah.
Or are you guys?
No, Raksha's sleeping.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
right.
gonna
She's
Raksha's-
not.
No, she's
No,
not
no,
sleeping.
She's
Just-
meditating.
No, she's
No.
not.
I thought you said you wanted to meditate.
No, she's
No, so
Change your mind.
yeah,
Oh,
because he
you
told
remember
me.
get a long rest.
Yeah, and then he told me how much.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't keep track of how much total. So yeah, no, we're
if you
good.
need healing.
I'm okay. I'm not like great.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then you two can go off on your little adventure. Keep your rings on, and we'll go find Yavana and see if she wants to go shopping with us.
You want to give her back her ring?
She already did. She already did.
Oh, okay. I don't know where the fuck I've been. Probably in the kitchen.
Make it
making
like
tea.
Yeah,
You wasted.
Cool.
It's delicious tea.
Thank you.
So I'll find my way down to the shack.
Okay. And so, who's all going to find Ivana and Vic?
I'm gonna go with.
Okay.
So yeah, me personally.
3 of you, and then the 2 of you are going to back to the battlegrounds to investigate that, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So, as the 5 of you all leave the tavern together, you walk out into a humid, warm morning. Like it's been raining for 3 days, but it's like 90 degrees at like 7 o'clock in the morning, and you just feel like the hot moisture just
When's
pouring
to
up
Florida?
from
Yeah.
the mud
What's
Coming off of the shack.
beneath
What's
you.
a Florida?
That's-
What did she like to know?
It's a very bad
Yeah, that's
rapper.
why I
Anyway,
Oh no!
as you all kind of like walk out of the tavern to either go find Ivana or to go about your limited quest, you all notice that Tolia, the wizard, is walking up towards you. She's wearing purple and black robes as she kind of walks up towards you, and next to her you see a short, probably dwarven person in heavily cloaked, kind of approaching the tavern with her.
Barbara. That was her name, right?
Barbara.
Yeah, Barbara.
And she says, "We're in safe company. You can call me Tulia. It's fine."
Yeah, I totally didn't forget your real name.
Make a deception check.
Who's this?
New.
No.
I was going for sarcastic.
Okay. And she goes, "Mm-hmm. Of course you did."
See, it's a lot safer if you don't remember the real thing that you're trying to hide.
True.
And she says, "Well, either way, this is Carmen. This is Carmen Brightwater." And this dwarven man, he kind of pulls his hood back, and you see an aged dwarf, probably in the last century of his life, but he has deeply tanned skin, heavily marked from probably like years and decades of life underneath the sun. This gray hair pulled back into a ponytail, this big bushy gray beard. And as he bows to you all, and he says, I understand that you are all the army of Stormguard. Yes.
I mean, it's a small army, but it's sure.
Well, that's what I'm looking for. Whereas I was told that a victory would be here as well.
He hasn't woken up yet.
We
had a really big battle yesterday. We thought it best to let him rest.
Yeah.
I heard you killed Dig.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Is his head anywhere around?
Like still smashed on the wall.
Alright. Yeah. This was pretty fun. We hadn't been in a fight for a while.
Well, it's good to hear. I'm here to make a deal with you all.
For whom?
For me.
Okay.
Well, that sounds very interesting, but we should probably get our other party member to come and listen to this so that we don't have to repeat ourselves, and you don't have to repeat yourself because that would just be terrible.
Yeah.
So if you want to give me just 1 minute, maybe 2, I'll kind of like backwards walk to the door, just, hey Ivana, hey Vic, we have a visitor.
And in the middle of the festivities, you hear Persephone knocking at the door.
How important is this?
Super!
Get out here now!
I just look at Vic.
Vic, you too!
You can finish your meditation later.
Yeah, your super important meditation.
Look at Carmen, just go, meditation, Jack, it's important.
We're having sex, it's fine.
Wow!
We'll be right out.
Yeah.
Vic
You don't
sets
even
you
have to
down.
bother with the
You're
clothes. Just
having
come down.
sex in the
Fine.
meditation shack?
So Vic,
How dare
and take
you.
this what you will, Vic sets you down. And then he walks to the door, opens it, and you all see Vic, butt-ass naked. Door kicks open.
So how far does this mark go down?
The mark is just on his face.
I'm not there.
We're not there.
No,
No, you all were there.
Oh, we
You
are.
all left together.
What?
saying this
Right
is
after we
good.
get out of the
Yeah.
tavern.
Yeah.
What clothes does he have in there?
He's got a pair of breeches, knee-high boots,
I'm gonna
and
wear
a
like
blouse.
a
That's it.
I'll put his blouse on and I'll walk out.
And you put it on, and it covers enough.
Covers. I'll walk
As
out.
as Vic stands there, his hand up against the
I'll
entryway
lean
to
under.
the door.
I'll go under his hand. and step
His
in front of
tail
him.
is just like flicking back and forth behind him, just slowly.
I'm doing
Somebody
this, but I'm
is-
kind of doing this.
Somebody is an exhibitionist a little bit.
Just
Look
a
at
bit.
that tail wag. Come on.
What's
Yes.
an exhibitionist?
Ugh.
So,
He enjoys showing off in
Mr.
front of other people.
Brightwater,
So
Sir,
does that make you
Lord,
one too?
Brightwater, how should we address you?
No,
Yeah, we'll
Ladies,
put
what's going? How is your morning been? Good morning.
Good morning, Ivana.
Good morning.
This is Carmen Brightwater,
And-
still trying to figure out how to
Carmen,
address him
Mr.
properly.
Brightwater. Hello. I'll walk up.
And he's like,
Good morning.
hello, as he like looks over at Vic, just like, So
I ignore it. I just.
as you shake his
But
hand,
Ivana, nice to meet you.
and just so you all know, I had an epephany of
No, he's the same height as me.
I had an epiphany of Vic of
Vic and the dwarf.
Oh,
so
yes.
yeah.
right
Cable.
at
Penis
yeah.
level, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Vic is
Yeah.
Vic. Like if you look at Vic's body, it's Cable from Deadpool 2. That's
Yeah.
exactly what he looks
Woo!
like. And he's just like
And he was in the middle of something, so.
yeah, and it's
Okay.
yeah.
I'm definitely not.
I can't decide if it's
In the
redder
SARS
than
looking.
the rest
I mean,
of you.
she's-
or-
well, okay.
She's a little bit.
Purpler.
And Tolia's
Mr.
like her
Brightwater,
back
what-
is turned and she's facing the other way. She's
So Amanda's facing the same way that Tolia is. Like, wow, look at that cloud. Doesn't that look like
What?
baby
it's a
dog?
very beautiful
What's
cloud,
going on
yes.
this morning?
So after Percy takes in a very good eyeful, so Mr. Brightwater has come and he has a mission for us. He wants to hire us for a job, and we thought it might be good for you to listen in on this and to be part of the party as well.
Is it in the city?
Yes, does it have anything to do with what perhaps needs to be taken
we
care
don't
of
know
more
yet, don't
immediately?
know.
This
It
is
very
what
much-
this is for.
it
But he's
very
being
much
introduced
does.
by Tulia, so I'd imagine
Oh.
It very much does.
Lovely.
That's everything to do.
Mr. Brightwater, would you mind meeting us in...
He's trying to tell us what it is.
I know.
Roll history check.
She's sitting here with her butt cheeks in the breeze.
Yeah, like give me a minute here.
She's sure cocking it, you know.
Yeah.
We're like,
What am I...
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that you were still in the middle of things.
What am I rolling?
History check.
15.
15. I gave you a list of names.
Mhm.
He's on that list.
I was looking
Well,
at
because
okay.
we were already in.
Okay, hold on.
Because Tolia told us about him already.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to do with gloves on.
She did?
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I believe it was when we were meeting with the king.
I'll just kind of
Wait, is it king?
not like completely bow, but just kind of like, you know,
What's his name?
please let me lead you back inside. We
Oh,
haven't had
okay.
our breakfast yet. Would you care to join us? And I'll lead him away.
Okay.
I liked the veil pull.
Yeah.
Okay. Gotta get professional again.
Oh, Mr. Brightwater, you know, I would love to discuss whatever you have in mind. Would you mind meeting us in the tavern, perhaps ordering some breakfast
I'm
for
already
everyone?
leading him in. I
Oh, did
already
you?
offered
And he's
to.
like, yes,
Yeah.
I will see myself.
Please
in
have some food put out for everyone, some coffee perhaps.
I'll
Of
take
course.
care of
Whatever
it.
the
Of
thing
course.
is,
I'm like giving you the look like, make him fucking pay for this shit.
The whole time, Vic is just like,
We'll be in very shortly.
Could you hang a coin purse off of that?
okay.
As I push Vic.
would you like to try? As you push him back.
Yeah, grab it.
Right.
We hastily get dressed and
Did that look
meet him.
infected to you? It was very red.
So yes, it looked infected.
It was very veiny.
That's what penises look like. Can we just go back inside, please?
We'll get dressed.
So you and Vic get dressed.
Sure.
The rest of you lead Carmen Brightwater into the tavern. And with Tolia. Tolia was very like the whole time. And Tolia's she's got a very, very fair complexion about her. Brunette, curly hair, big curls. But she's just straight blushing the whole time. She's
You
just
kind
like
of look like Vic's penis.
Okay.
That's
Raksha.
That's
No,
color.
Yeah,
Color. She got
it's
the
never
color.
nice to
I'm so
compare
glad she's back.
anybody to a penis. Nobody appreciates
Love's gonna
that.
like swoop her way in between the two of them. Like,
I'll try to like kind of keep him distracted as we, like I'll pull him further ahead and just kind of, you know, it's just lovely weather we're having. I'm not used to this.
you're in enough trouble today. Go push Blue House buttons.
it's very
You have a
interesting company that you keep.
Well, we're all rather interesting.
Where is it so I don't push it?
As he points to you, he says, obviously.
To be honest, I haven't seen many like me around here. Have you?
Drow or elves?
Half drow. Or drow.
I've never met a half drow in my entire life before now. And your name is?
Well then, you're welcome. I'm Persephone, the listeners.
I'm Commodore Carmen Brightwater, as he shakes your hand.
And I'll shake his hand and we'll like curtsy
Sure.
and take him inside.
Cool.
Ooh.
So eventually,
I'm trying to remember what my mama taught me. Because y'all fucked it up.
eventually Ivana and Vic return, and Vic is just, he's flaunting it. Like, his shirt's not even buttoned. His chest is just like pouring out of his shirt. So yeah, it's like buttons. The only button is like right here. It's just
Like, does this can't cast Cure Wounds. It's
I
just
know, it's like the man boob.
He might have some marks on
He
him.
got some marks, he got some scratches, he got some,
You know.
some bites.
Alright.
Some ligature marks from the
I
rope.
will.
I don't know.
I don't know who he is, but he seems very important. So I'm taking the safe route and treating him as best as I remember how to.
Okay.
So I'll try to go and scrounge something to put together. Is there anything in the kitchen?
I'll
They have horrible
Make an
stuff.
investigation check. You
Remember
can
it's a
add her
ration
investigation
space
to your roll.
culture here.
Would you like me to help
You might
cook?
not want to.
No.
Yours is
Please
probably
God,
not.
no.
So you get to add one, another additional one to your
So
roll.
it's 13.
I'm a
13.
very good cook.
No.
You find what you had the day before. It's mostly like oatmeal. Is really what it boils down to. It's just like it's slop
Mush.
at this point.
Is there no fruit or meat?
There's
So I have a question about one of the spells that I took this
create
morning.
food and water.
Yes.
hmm
What kind of food? Are we talking like vegetation?
So if you read the
or, like-
spell, you can create. It can look however you want it to look, but it's tasteless. And
Oh.
Okay.
but it works.
Would I be able to make it tasteful?
No.
Yeah.
Cool. I'm just pulling out some rations and sticking them on the road plenty enough, so
Well, I could make good berries and we could put that in the oatmeal.
yeah.
There we go.
Alright.
Well, just I'll try to put together as best I can, and just like one little
I like
berry.
that in Fantasyland we feel the need to play hostess.
Were there
Well, I
Like any
So
birds?
nice.
Use a
Yeah.
pigeon, something like that outside.
Not at the moment. But so you have seen a few birds flying about.
I want to go walk outside and see if I can spot a couple
Oh,
of
we are
birds.
stopping. I am stopping you from walking outside. You are grounded today. You are not allowed to leave one
We'll
more.
have
We
the
don't
same-
have any meat
have
for
the same
breakfast. I was
idea.
gonna go see if one of those birds was out there.
Okay, but we need to listen to him talk. We don't have time to get it down, pluck it, skin
gonna
it,
throw a rock
and
at it.
cook it.
Okay, so what about like to eat? Is at the very least, if there's no food, is there like
Can we just
coffee?
hear the
leaves?
poor man? To who?
Me.
At this point, you see,
still
you see
waiting for
Carmen
us?
sitting in this
Are
like
we-
rickety wood chair, and he's just like,
Alright,
And we've
I'm just
arrived
gonna-
already,
I'm-
Vic and I?
well, let's
Oh
just
yeah, I'll
make
sit
this
down.
shit- Come on.
Yeah.
I'm making the day old oatmeal.
Mr.
And then
Brightwater.
we'll go walk with her good berries
Yeah.
and put it in the day old oatmeal.
and he just he nods and he says, Commodore.
Commodore Brightwater, my
Yes.
apologies. Hold on.
Start digging into the oatmeal like it's just like the best shit I've ever had.
Hold.
It's not.
I know.
I
but
mean,
I'll-
post-sex food.
The good berries are
What?
the best part.
What is their name to the river?
Yes, there is.
Is
there a name to the river?
Is there a name to the river? He understands what I'm
Oh,
asking. That's all that
oh.
matters.
Yes. It is the Loththren. Loththren River.
Like rock. Like Lothlorien.
Kind of.
Commodore Brightwater. What news
Yes.
of the Lothren?
Well, that's exactly why I've approached you all. I'm here to, like I said before, make you all a deal. I, for a very long time, have been in the pocket of this Mostair fellow, and I seek to remove myself from said pocket.
Not only from Marstair, but from Cloud as well.
From Cloud as well, yes.
Why the sudden change of heart?
Because it's...
I sit back and just drink whatever is available.
I'm not trying to be rude or anything.
Yeah.
I genuinely want to know.
Yeah,
like,
and he says, because ever since I took the deal, I have regretted it. And at every turn of regret, something was taken from me. But now something's been given back, thanks to you all.
Can I do an insight check to make sure that he is here of like his own
Yep.
volition and all of that?
Roll one inside check.
Mother, God bless me. 8.
8.
I believe.
He seems to be telling the truth.
What's happening that would cause you to go against two of such power?
The one that apparently you all killed last night was holding something very dear to me that is now available to be given back.
And what is this?
My daughter.
They
Oh.
have taken me about. Do they still have her?
No,
Do you know where she is?
she is being brought home.
So what do you want us to do?
I have a very simple request. In return for said request, you have all of the ships of the Western Fleet at your command.
It seems
Including the storm vein?
Every single one.
seems like a large prize for a small request.
Well, it depends on what this request is.
I was gonna say, what is the? I don't even know what it is.
Yeah.
He kind of sits back and he says, "From what I understand, from what I've learned of our friend here, and you see Tolia, she's kind of like she has like this this like cup of tea. She's like casting a spell on it. She sips it, casts another spell, sips it. Yes. I told him of what we've learned about the shipments coming in and out, being held.
Yes.
And Carmen sits back and he says, I am able to order the demise of those ships holding the shipments of food. I can have them in the city by tomorrow.
The food?
Yes. And whatever else is on the ships that are being held.
Mm-hmm.
In return for that, King Stormguard, who our friend Tolia here has been in conference with, as she's like looking longingly at the cup of tea. She's like, yes, I spoke with King Stormguard last night. He needs manpower. And the best manpower in the land is the Dragon Guard of Hell.
I'm sorry, what?
The Dragon Guard of Helvik.
Dragon Guard of Hell.
Do we know anything about these?
Yeah, what do we...
They're like
I was-
they're
Can
loyal
I?
to
They're
the
the-
seekers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
okay.
the house
I
they all
don't-
had the different colors on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if I know anything about them. Do I know anything
Roll a
about them?
history check.
Come on, don't fuck me over.
It's
Didn't
gonna
someone tell
fuck
us-
yeah.
It's
Didn't
gonna fuck me.
Ogren
8.
tell us about
8. You don't know anything about it.
Okay.
I
What did
Auburn
you say?
told you
The
about
Dragon
them.
Guard of Helvik is what?
The strongest. Just the
So-
strongest arms around.
And you want us to bring them here?
Yes.
Why?
Well, because they are sworn to protect the Seekers and the chosen of the Seekers, and you were chosen by a Seeker, Azrael.
Where are they?
That's a bit of a stretch.
In Helvik, I would assume.
Well, okay,
but-
yeah, that makes sense. Dirt. However,
When we spoke with them, they said they just served the Seekers, not the chosen of the Seekers, and we are not Seekers.
True. But Azrael did choose you all, did he not?
And this was the Seeker's home for some time.
Helvik was, yes.
Well, one of the Seekers. You ruled it,
Yes.
right?
I mean, we may
Yes.
be the chosen, but I mean, the king is literally the fucking
The grandson,
grandson, and they're not doing shit for him.
But
maybe because it
has he
wasn't
requested?
worth it at that time.
Do you know, has the king ever sent a request to the Dragon Guard?
And that's when Carmen sits back and he says, unfortunately, no. Every request of communication coming from the council itself was intercepted by your friend, Marstair.
Who do the Dragon Guard answer to?
The
Themselves?
Seekers.
the Seekers.
They
yeah.
are their own entity.
But they came with Ogrim. Yeah.
What is their purpose?
They
Guard the
protect the
Seekers.
Seekers.
Would they leave for any reason?
And the Seeker was in trouble, but the problem is the only
Maybe
Seekers left is
We need to
Ogrim,
convince Ogrim to come here. If Ogrim comes here, then they
Who
would
is
have
Ogrim?
King of the Dwarves.
I don't think we would even necessarily need to involve Ogrim. I mean, we could always try talking to them.
King
Same.
Stormguard is the grandson.
Yes.
Yes.
But so I have a question though. If this is the king's request, what is your request?
That is my request.
Why?
That you serve this purpose of the king, so that way one day we may live in a free city again.
Do you mean to wash your hands of this or your conscience?
Oh no, I mean to bear this burden for the rest of my life, but I will fulfill my bargain. I will take out these ships. I will fight the Midnight Veil on the high seas for you all.
Do I believe?
Make an insight check.
Now, what if we try and are unsuccessful in convincing the Dragon Guard to come? Would you still commit to this path? If it is the right path for the city?
I would, yes.
Are we in vegan?
Yeah, insight, right?
Yeah, we're back in the tavern now.
Okay. You said insight?
Mhm.
13.
13? Seems to be telling the truth. Seems to be very forthright.
Now, what enticed you to take this bargain with Marseille to begin with?
The fact that he had my daughter.
Who else guards Helvig?
They have their own guard.
Now, DM question, how far away is Helvig?
Helvik. So if you walk there, it'd be about 8.5 days.
But by airship,
And that's
About a day.
and this is where he kind of kicks in and says, I understand that Mosta Air and all the other organizations seem to be clamoring to take your airship from you all. So we have a solution for that. There is a town about 3 days from here called Middale. It's at the fork of 2 rivers, and an airship can sit down in its waters. You walk there, you take your airship to Helvik, order the march north of the Dragon Guard, then you come back here.
how do we know this isn't a trap to take our airship?
Well, you don't, but if all is true about you all, I don't think it'd be much trouble for you if it was a trap.
Can I insight check now?
Of course you can.
Because I just want to know about the trap part.
No.
And did I miss
12.
why he wants the Dragon Guard here?
To
More
protect
vetting ones.
Yeah, to protect the.
He wants to do the king's bidding to clean up the city.
Yeah.
It
Would-
feels like the dragons, whatever's can do that.
Who-
Let's clean up.
How
He
far
didn't,
of
he
a
didn't
walk?
necessarily say that though.
Yeah.
How far of a walk to this fork in the river?
3 days.
Still a ways. Okay.
3 days?
So-
Okay.
What happens once we bring guard here?
Then the guard takes over the royal district, kicks those that are guarding it now out, and the king has free reign.
Just like that? It's gonna be that easy.
Well,
The Dragon Guard are very specialized in what they do.
I just feel like
And-
this is really good.
They will have your help as well if I'm not.
Because we're not.
3
we're
days-
not trying
3 days
to
to walk
city
through, yeah?
just so that the king has free reign of his own castle.
No, I mean I'm on board with this idea.
And then you could set up shop in the royal district,
Okay.
a walled-in district of the city, versus Deegan.
I just don't want us to bring people back only to have Marseille or whoever punish for it, or punish the people for it, or whatever, or aggravate the situation.
Anything we do,
Yeah.
we've already aggravated him. Anything we do is only going to make that worse because we've made it our own personal mission to fuck this shit up.
That's true.
That's when Tully kind of chimed in and she says, Marstair has probably gone to ground at this point. You took away the brute force of his schemes out of the equation all of a sudden.
I think it's, if nothing else, we'll have more manpower.
Yeah, no, I totally.
Yeah.
I'm behind this idea.
Well, Marsteyer's entire plan, though, has been to win the loyalty of the people, to control
Right.
the food, to do things like that. So if the king has autonomy, that pulls the feet out from under Marsteyer.
That's true.
But the thing is, it only now, 2 days from now, is when they were planning on bringing the Storm Vane, the ship, in.
He's telling us he would give us all of the cargo.
Can you, if we were to leave and it took us 3 days to get to this
Middale
town.
how would you intercept and distribute everything from the Storm, whatever, Veil Guard?
That is the next catch of this
Yes.
whole situation. So, I know exactly where the ships are that need to be taken out, and their cargo to be taken in.
What
What
cargo is it?
From what I understand, food is the most important one.
What do you plan on? How do you plan on distributing that?
Well, it'll be brought here to Deacon, where it'll be left to, and he kind of, they can see him look at Vic, but he doesn't look at his face, he looks right at his crotch first, and then
Big
back
Vic.
up to Vic. That is where it's on his folk to distribute the food in the name of King Stormguard.
Which was
But-
our original plan.
But I do require the assistance of the Bronze Scythe, a smuggling organization here within the city that I have outbid Marstaya for.
Smuggling what?
Wait, that
Well,
he
he
had
has-
outbid?
So
He
you
has
bury
to
in your
get
pocket.
all of the goods from the ships
Oh yeah.
completely across the city safely.
What do they normally
So-
smuggle?
They
Hold on.
smuggle whatever needs to be smuggled in, whatever is paid for. Now this will get all the food past Marstaya's men in the city to Deegan, where it can be passed out freely by Victory and his men in the name of King Stormguard. But in order to outbid the open communication between the Bronze Scythe and Marstaya, I did have to offer 56,000 gold,
That's a lot of
which
gold.
I
You
do
must
not
be rich.
have.
Oh. How do you plan on holding up your end of the bargain then?
So,
Doesn't. That's where we come in.
that is where you all come in. Either when you get back, I will be dead in my bed, assassinated by the Bronze Scythe, or you will bring back an artifact for the Platinum Coterie to sell to them. The Platinum Coterie, you all know, is, well, most of you know, is the organization of the Platinum Dragon. They are the religious organization of Alea Sylvana.
And what are they called?
The Platinum Coterie.
So let me get this straight. We would have to get an artifact that would be sold to the Platinum Coterie
Yes,
by the Bronze Scythe.
by us.
By us in order to pay the
In
Bronze
which we
Scythe
would
to help
pay
you get
that.
the food off of the ship so that we
Yes.
can get the ship and get the... Okay.
What is
So
the
the
artifact?
worst-
Because
Well,
Yeah,
I
what's
have
that- what-
I have another question before that though, because you said the options were either you're dead by the time we get back, or we come back and do have this thing.
It'll take
So-
more than a
Yeah.
few days.
Are they willing to work on credit until we get back?
Yes, in the hopes that they will have an entire fleet at their behest if I do not pay up. I will then be in their pocket. And then if I were to refuse to work for them, if I cannot pay up, they will then kill me.
We do have one stipulation in regards to that though. We have heard tell that there is other cargo on these ships. That there are lots of slaves. Whether they're on this shipment or not, we don't know. But they are not to be sold. They're not to be slaves. They are to be freed and allowed to work. So they cannot be taken by the Bronze Scythe.
I can assure you, any personnel that are freed upon our interception of these vessels will not be brought through the Bronze Scythe. They'll be set free.
Glad to hear it. Well, that's one worry off our minds.
and you said that you are in 2 pockets. Is
About to be in 3.
Yeah.
I'm in one
Hey.
pocket, about to be in
Well,
Well,
you're
you
in
said-
the Midnight Veil and Marstyre's
you
pocket.
said Cloud also?
So, If you are in any organization's pocket, you are in Marsteyer's pocket.
And if you pay the bronze scythe, you're going to be in their pocket as well.
If I don't pay the bronze scythe, I'll be in their pocket as
Perhaps
well.
there's a third option.
What is this third option?
Taking down the bronze scythe.
An endeavor which you could take yourself, yes, but
Then who are we gonna find that's super sneaky at this?
Yeah.
who are you going to use to sneak in the food into
So we could.
the city?
We indulge them at first,
Which is my hope the entire time.
and then infiltrate, perhaps.
Well, why don't we pay them, and then when we take them down, we take the money back?
What is the artifact, specifically?
The artifact is a book.
What
Um,
kind of book?
immediately suspicious.
Mm-hmm. The instant Luel squint.
Let's hear about this
Okay.
book.
One that we can never get to.
He says,
I wouldn't say never. We could call Sybil.
What?
She has a
She has a ring.
No, she gave it back.
She
That's
gave it
why
back.
Zagal has it.
Yeah.
No,
No,
that's
that was
Zan's
Zan's
ring.
ring. She left her ring.
No, she didn't. She
She
took
did.
it.
you should, she had to leave everything.
That's what I thought.
No,
Yeah.
She left
Zan's
everything.
ring.
Not Zan.
No.
Zagal has the ring now.
Zagal has Zan's ring.
Zagal has Zan's
Sil
ring.
has her
Sil
own
has
ring.
her
Sir
ring.
has her own ring.
Yes.
You said Sil left her ring
No.
though.
No.
You said she left.
She
her
took
ring.
it off at
She
one
took it
point
off.
because we were pissing
Oh,
her
then she
off,
put it
and
back
she put it
on.
back
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
took it with her, and there's only a certain percentage that she's actually getting it on the other plane.
Yeah.
It's 95% that she's getting it on the other plane.
Yeah,
5%
and even then, a
chance
lot of
she-
times she's probably like,
She's probably a lot of the time just leaving it on the table, knowing us.
sometimes she's probably like,
She like puts it on until she hears our voice, and she's like, "Oh, they're alive."
so, and this is when Talia chimes in, and she says, there is a woman here in the city.
There's a lot of them.
Yes, this one in particular.
Shut up, you.
Her name is Neferi Aket.
The theory?
Neferi.
Theory or
Nef.
theory?
Nef.
Neferi.
Nefiri. AKHET.
Like a shortened Nefertiti.
AKHETE.
Yep. And she says she is a member of the Platinum Coterie who has been ordered for some reason to stay away from the situation in the city. She's a believer. She was sent on a mission to go collect this book from a temple that is very, very close to your destination. You find this
Close is close.
just within a few miles.
Okay.
Oh, what is this book?
From what it's told, it's the spelled book of Alea Savannah when she was mortal.
Well then, that sounds very powerful.
If not powerful in magics, powerful in
Oh yeah.
And you're willingly going to give this up to the bronze scythe?
No, they were going
Or
to give
you're
it
selling
to
it to the
church
church.
of
Selling it to the
United
church.
States.
Coterie.
And then we give the money.
So we're gonna steal it before she gets it, basically.
No, actually, you're going to
She
help her
disappeared.
get it because King Stormguard's whole goal is to install her as the head of the Platinum Coterie because the one that works there now seems
correct.
to
Silas.
Is that why she was
Yes.
sent away?
Yes, she's sent away because she's a believer. She does not agree with the methods, but she follows her orders.
So if we're to help her get the book, why do we sell it back to her?
To help pay for.
Well, if,
Right, but
if
I'm
she
saying
is
if
the
she
one who
has
retrieves
it-
it.
Yes.
Why would they need to pay us for it if she already has it?
Well, that's up to you to figure out, is it not?
I suppose the money could be payment for
Our
putting her
assistants. Yeah.
in the position of power.
Well, that
And the book could just make us
her
laundering
and
the
protecting
money.
such an important piece of.
We're not to question whether she's to pay us and the reason why, if she's willing.
Well, I'm just saying,
Well, the
would
thing
she
is,
be willing
if
if she already
she's
owns it?
if she's devout,
Have
and
you
she's
set up a
believer.
deal with her already?
No. She's been out of the city for a very long time.
So it's up to us to find
How
her and
long's long
make the
time?
Well, years, as far as I know.
The thing is, though, if she is a devout, and we can get her to believe in our cause, I'm sure she would willingly give over the money.
Well, she's been gone for years, though. I mean, who's to say, like, why has she been gone so long? She can't find the book?
Or if she's even still alive.
Because, I mean...
How are we to
he's-
find her?
The king said that we could go to Helvik.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he meant for years and years.
Yeah.
He was mad about how long a 1,000-mile trip was going to
Well,
take.
this particular trip is for
She's
his
not been
benefit.
gone
Essential-
for years looking for this book. She comes back every now and again and is sent away
Well,
On
that's-
different
on
missions.
missions.
No, that's...
Not this specific mission.
When,
How long has she been gone this time?
This time in particular, weeks.
Okay.
How will we know her? What does she look like?
She's a human. She's a human female. She has dark skin, blue eyes. She wields a warhammer and a shield.
Does her shield have an emblem on it?
It does. It's just a solid piece of silver surrounded by 7 smaller pieces of round silver. Very simple.
Do a lot of humans wield something like that? I'm sorry, dark skin with blue eyes. That sounds like a lot of you. Oh, humans.
She kind of leans in towards you and she says, "My dear, I'm unfortunately to hate to burst your bubble. I believe is the statement. I am not human."
Wait, what are you doing right now?
Totally.
Oh,
And she leans back. She looks
I
human.
thought I was talking to the
No.
dwarf, to
No.
bright water.
Yeah, they're going back and forth, but yeah, you're talking to Talia at this point. She kind of leans back. She looks human, but she says she's not human.
What are you then, if we might ask?
Remember your old friend?
Yeah?
I'm one of them.
Interesting.
What's that?
An Asmar, right?
Thank you. I was trying to say Nephilim, and I'm like, I know that's wrong.
You guys met him. You guys met him.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. So, what information do you have about this temple and about how to find and locate this artifact?
So I was working on a map, but I didn't get it done in time. But she pulls out a map, and she shows you where Helvik is. I'll show you here. So you have yes, sure. You have Helvik. Alright. So you guys are currently here. There is Oslovar.
Okie dokie.
Okay? There's Middale.
Oh, this map, I love it so much.
And then you have Helvik right here.
Okay.
This mountain range here, the temple is somewhere in that mountain range.
Somewhere.
Can we get specifics from him?
Somewhere in that mountain range.
So, do you know what the book looks like at all? Any description?
Neither of them do.
Now, what's
Nothing specific.
what kind of temple is this supposed to be?
Yeah.
The whole thing.
So, she says, Talia says, apparently it was a temple to Bahamut. Long before the fall of the gods.
Okay.
And on her journey into her ascension, Alea Sylvana left her spellbook there when she became divine.
I forget, which god was she?
So Alea Sylvana replaced Bahamut. She's a goddess of like justice, kind of like she's. the good.
I thought so.
What are the
but-
good ones?
Yeah.
She's one of the
I will kind of take my feet off the table as I've been chowing down on this horrible oatmeal or whatever it is.
with good berries that are
Yeah,
delicious.
and I'll just lean into him and say, "What are you willing to give us as a sign of good favor before we go do this mission for you?
And the leader says, "What would you require of me?"
Anything to help us along our mission. Money is always good.
Make a persuasion check.
Do you perhaps have access to any horses or any faster mode of transportation? Or
Good call.
if we could take a boat down the river.
Actually, Nasara on a horse probably would be the best.
And I'm not sure if you could be on a horse without
25.
killing it.
25.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not looking for
like weigh as much
I'm
as
not
I
looking
would
for
like a
transportation.
horse.
He leans forward and he
I want
says, "I am able to offer you 20 gold total at the moment." Yes.
This is why we have to go get the thing.
Do you have influence in the city?
Once Marstaire is dead, cold and in the ground, yes, of course I will.
Would you be willing to extend that influence and good favor to some of the merchants on our behalf?
I can certainly try, yes.
Please try very hard to do so. We will be tired and worn out and a little beaten up after this journey, I'm sure. Having some more protection and things slightly more readily available to us would be greatly appreciated.
He kind of looks at you and he says, "You need protection."
I'm not sure if we really want to be bullying merchants.
Bullying? My dear, I think you misread my intentions here. He has good favor, or at least he will after we help him out.
Yeah, so getting merchants to sell us things for cheaper when they're barely scraping by?
It means that it's for the good of the people. Not
If
saying
we're
that
willing to
she's
put
in the
our
right.
lives at risk for the greater good, perhaps they would be willing to extend a little favor our way as well, is all I'm asking.
You hear a chuckle from Vic. He laughs a little bit. She totally sit back and she says, "Yes, that's kind of you in an economic crisis as the city is trying to recover from its years-long oppression from criminal organizations to extort them for more money. Absolutely, it's a good idea, yes."
It was not me who...
I heard it come from your mouth, dear.
I didn't say I said what I did not say. I said it was not I, if you'd let me finish.
You're talking in circles, it's fine.
Perhaps if you cannot keep up, that's fine as well.
I think we're all a little hangry at the moment, I think is what the kids are saying these days.
kids say hangry. Do you need more berries?
Yes, thank you, Luell.
I can cook meat.
That's all right. So,
I'm just saying one good turn deserves another.
I agree.
Thank
The
you.
people will probably pay their respects in many ways once we actually help them get to
As
it.
long
Weren't
as
I
we're
to
not saying...
understand that you had an army to be behind you if you were to assault an entire country? Is that not one good turn for another?
Yeah.
Plus, we do not
Luau
do
is.
favors to... Yeah, I just...
We set out to do this because we thought it was the right thing to do. If you're willing to help and we create a good relationship, I'm sure we can help each other out in other ways once this is all said and done. But to Yvonne's point, and Yoon's, if we could get assistance with getting to our destination, that would be greatly appreciated.
Maybe quicker than
Yeah, if there was...
Carmen kind of sits forward and he says, I understand expediency, but I do believe stealth is more important now than speed.
why not do both?
I kind of cringe at the.
How can you help us?
We can only be so
Help us.
funky.
How can you help us stealth there, please?
Yes.
Until he says, I'm asking the group that managed to sneak across an entire city, being unseen.
Did we do that? We did.
Unseen, but not unknown.
Well, when you arrive on an airship escorting a great hero to his grave, it's kind of hard to be unknown, is it not?
That is true.
We did make a bit of an entrance.
A little bit.
So we're not, but we're saying. I mean, should we discuss this with the king? Like,
He's the one who.
He's the
requested
one.
this.
He's
He's
the
that
one who's
requested this.
requesting.
oh, that's true.
Well,
That's
we
true. I
don't-
forgot about that.
But forgive Luau's. It may seem rude, but Luau would like to hear it from. Forgive me for the horse's mouth.
Why?
Because this is where. I mean, I don't. It's
She wants to hear from the king.
I know, but why?
My one
because honestly, we've never seen this man with relation to King before. He was not in the room with us during
But
the
we
dinner.
introduced Tulia, and at that meeting, she talked about him.
Did she?
Yeah.
My other concern is if we go and see the king quite often, is how much suspicion is that going to raise among his guards and anything else? We still don't know the source of this curse that's on his wife.
His guards
Kind of
are
stuff.
all bought and owned by Marseille.
No,
Yeah,
we
I
didn't
know.
learn the source of the curse.
And
It's an inherited
yeah,
thing.
this
Oh,
one
that's right, that's right.
Tolia says, and status quo is more important than ever at the moment. If
Yes.
Marseille believes that you are making moves, he will make moves himself.
Exactly.
And I think we can trust, and I look to Vic, that he will make sure that things run smoothly while we're away.
And Vic,
As they have before.
And Vic's kind of standing behind. He's kind of leaning against the wall, and he kind of just gives you a nod.
We could also zone of truth then, if we have that opportunity or ability.
Well, it's just, being extra careful. I mean, we zone a truth man in last city, and yet we are told that he is one who snuck bad person onto our ship. So, the calendar, whatever the fuck is the name of this?
They have
We
to
zone
tell
a
the truth,
truth,
but
yeah.
the truth can be bent.
Yeah.
What is your main concern? Whoever has Yoon,
Yes.
what is your main concern with Commodore
Brightwater.
Brightwater? What would reassure you?
She's not necessarily a
Yeah.
problem.
I don't have any
It was
concerns.
Luau.
It was Luau.
And it wasn't necessarily a problem with him. It's just like last time they said that they were going to leave the city, he kind of freaked out. She knows that this is a city that they're like go to, but she still would like.
He
It's
thought
like
we were running away last time.
this is still leaving the city.
But the thing is, he specifically requested this, as opposed to him finding it later.
I'm gonna look Brightwater right in the eyes. I'm gonna get really close to him and just take his hand in my hands. Do you swear to me that the king requested this, and that regardless of our success in our endeavor, that you will distribute the food in the name of the king to all the people who need it in this city?
You see him reach in underneath his. He's got a coat on. He reaches underneath the coat, and you see him pull this amulet out. And as the amulet kind of falls to his chest, you see it's the amulet of a flame. And within the flame, there's an anvil. And he takes the necklace off his neck, places it into your hand, and he says, "Upon Pyriel and King Algrim, I do swear." And he leaves the amulet in your hand.
Can I insight check him too, though?
Absolutely.
I mean that.
I know,
That's
like,
enough for the WoW.
Can I help? Do I have to be proficient to help?
I mean, I got
Okay.
a 21.
Okay, well, you
You
can
can-
add 4.
You can have 4.
25.
25, yeah. He seems to be 100% on board with this plan.
I'll take the amulet.
It's like Luau's only concern. It's not to doubt your integrities. This is just as Percy had explained, truths.
It's a very complicated situation.
It is, and you are trying to get out of Master's pocket, and he is a very magical and powerful man, and who's to say that he isn't, sensing that you want out?
I'm
Maybe
sure he knows already.
Well, trying to, but disguising as king or something to try to get us out of city.
It's all a very good concern. I'm glad you have them. And thankfully we have this one here, he looks Vic up again, to hold the fort down while you all are gone and away. You have more people here today than there were yesterday to help protect it.
I don't know, so she just had to voice concerns. You know, not so that she could say I told you so if anything happened, but
She told you so.
this is Luau's personal moral insurance.
Moral insurance is a good way to put it. Well,
Luau is learning the way of the city politics.
I'm sorry.
Luau is still planning to do it. Luau has no problem.
So, all in agreement then?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When do we leave?
So I'll stick my hand out to him. Seems we have a deal.
Shakes your hand as he like hesitates for a second, and then shakes your hand. And you see him like it's not a hesitation of like I don't want to make this deal. It's more like
Is it because of me?
Yeah.
Just touching morale. So I'm
Ooh,
gonna hold my
right.
hand.
I know,
out
I'm
a little bit extra
glaring.
long.
He is a dwarf.
he shakes.
As soon as they're shaking, I'm clapping and being like, "Oh, I'm so glad we have a deal. You're touching her for a really long time. Yeah, you're getting the cooties all over you." I'm not actually saying that. I'm just saying out my eyes. No, I'm not actually saying that. But yeah, I'm just glaring.
I was gonna say racist, but, and it is still racist, but then Luau realizes that he is dwarf and
Does he have
Yeah.
an issue shaking
Yeah.
hands with any of the rest of us?
no,
Hasn't
just a
seen
drow
that so
because
far.
of the
Yeah,
people
because
and
our
the
people are like.
No,
Yeah.
I just want to make
war
sure.
for thousands of years.
Yeah.
That's like kind of how
But he's still
Luau
dead.
has a problem with
Yeah.
demons,
Yeah.
and
You have the people on the surface, you have the dwarves, and you have the drow.
Mm-hmm.
Whole time.
Yeah, they're pretty fucked up.
Yeah.
When shall we leave?
Well,
You
a
see
few of us
Taylor kind
had.
of raise her hand a little bit.
Yes,
Could I suggest at night in the cover of darkness?
that would be perfect. A few of us have errands to run.
So tonight or
Yeah.
Tonight,
Okay.
yes.
I would say tonight.
Okay.
Some of you have errands to run, yes?
Yes.
I would
I was
very
going-
much like to see a blacksmith if anybody would like to join me.
Perfect. I was going to ask if you wanted to come along. I mean,
Oh,
I
Oh,
will join
totally
you.
go to the
Mercy.
blacksmith. Is that where what's his name is?
Now-
Yeah, I'm
now-
blacksmith with you guys. We watch that guy pound some metal.
There's a guy. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
do you take interest in the blacksmith?
No, I mean no.
Can I
I
get?
take interest
Do
in
I
the
believe her?
Krombesh is the dragon.
Do I believe
Oh, the
her?
dragon. Yeah. The
Of
dragon.
course you don't.
I mean, She
But
is
who doesn't love a
completely
strong man who pounds metal?
100% faithful. Come on.
Yes.
I am 100% faithful.
Except for that whole total makeout thing.
The lady.
What?
That's too much.
Do you have someone back at home?
I stopped that.
I do.
It happened
What is his
Stopped
name?
it.
in the middle of it happening.
You know what? It doesn't matter.
I think
Let's
now.
go freshen up upstairs, shall we?
So I'll, so
Oh, we'll have this conversation.
Yeah, we will.
do we have like a location specifically where we would be meeting the airship?
So you were told that Middale is a good place to do that.
Okay.
They never said that
shit, guys,
they were
it's
facilitating
Right,
that.
because we have to contact. Okay, so I don't feel super comfortable with just going with their plan.
Yeah, no.
So
I'm waiting till they leave.
Yeah, so I'll make our excuses. We have to prepare for the journey. Have a great day. Yada yada yada.
Yeah, they'll send them to leave and they'll go. Yeah.
So do we know of anywhere else that's maybe nearby there that would serve the same purpose but not be there?
What was the town that was just like a day away?
Yeah, where we told him to.
There is a lake to the north.
Yeah, there was a
Yeah.
That's the opposite direction.
It's the opposite direction.
Yeah.
That's
But
the-
it's only a day away as opposed to
What do I
3.
know about
And it only takes them
Middale,
1
though?
hour to
Well,
fly
let's check.
per day.
A what?
History check.
I mean, per day.
Can I help you with that?
Sure.
This is so hard in gloves.
And you can add
Right.
her history modifier to your roll.
Let's do.
Oh.
Yeah.
A big old tan.
You're
10.
proficient in history and it's only a +2?
Yep.
So
Girlfriend.
Barb's gonna barb. Anyway, so you know that Middale is a big trading post. It's a town, about 5,000 people, but it's a big trading post along the rivers. And you do know from your time here in the city that all the crime organizations, as far as you know, all their influence ends at the city boundary.
Right.
There's nothing beyond that. Everything outside of Oslavar has nothing to do with the city, because there are other entities outside the city that they know if they got into contact with, they would probably get fucking killed.
What
A la the Dragon Guard.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Wait, so since I know a decent amount about navigation now from studying on the ship, could I find information, or even just like, yo, Zagal, how's the information on the river? Is there a spot just down the river that is large enough and calm enough that they could land at before the branching off? So like a day or maybe 2 days out from the city.
Yeah, there is plenty of room to make water.
Yeah.
With the ship.
So, hey, you know what? The water is on land. It's close enough.
Yeah.
So if you guys want, we could see about just kind of navigating a path, because then it's also kind of in the middle of nowhere. There's nobody around. We'd be able to spot if anybody else
We
was
could
there.
just follow the river and then have him land and then just kind of
Because
float
if
the
we
river
just said
until we
something
meet.
like,
Do we want
because I mean, if we just said like, you know, whether, I don't know, do they fly by like knots or things like that? But I could just say this distance down the river from the town.
Yeah, you can.
further away or closer to us? Do we want to
say, like-
shorten? Because it's 3-day walk
in
to
between us and the
Middale.
town, right?
Well, what if we did something like, you know, 30 hours away?
Okay.
So if we leave at
So
dusk, so it's
closer.
going to be the middle of the night, so it'll still be dark.
They would
but
just have
yeah.
to be more on guard, I would just say.
Yeah.
So what says that we have them land in the river
Yeah,
on
exactly.
this side of
So-
the river and just kind of
So
float.
this is the river.
Yeah.
This is where it forks. Middale's right here. You can kind of make out the little hexes.
Yeah.
Each hex is 6 miles.
Okay.
Whoa!
So-
Will you move your hand?
Fuck.
Yeah, so
That's
even
a
if we
long
just said
way.
like in that first bend or something like that.
Like
Yeah,
right
yeah.
here.
No, I'd say like
Where is it closer to us?
Closer up.
So here's Oslavar.
Okay.
Yeah. So like that
Here.
first top bend, that one.
Yeah.
How far away is that? Like
From
a day?
Oslavar, that's like 12. That's like 12 miles. That's like half
So
a day's
it's
walk.
not.
No, we
Okay,
should go further.
so go
yeah.
the first one
the,
down.
The dip.
Yeah, the dip
Yeah.
down.
The dip down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you got the
But
sense
you
that the reason
did-
why
yeah,
they came
that's
to Middale because it was far enough away from the city that there like no
They
one would see
Wouldn't
it.
have line of sight.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it's a full day away, then that's still not going to have line of sight.
Right. Right. But it was like the farther away of the city that you get, the less risk
Yeah.
that you run of
So
something being
yeah,
like,
because if not, we could always just go like the next bend up, so like a day and a half.
So why don't? So okay. So I want to contact Zagal. So Zagal, are you up?
I am, yeah.
Okay. How far from Oslavar are you at the moment?
About a day's trip.
Perfect. We're going to be leaving here at nightfall. We're heading towards Middale. Could you meet us about? I guess it'd be 2 days from Middale. Between.
About a day and a half.
Yeah.
Could you meet us about halfway between Middale and?
I'll take over the
Oslavar?
conversation and
Yeah.
give like
And she
the
can-
very specific navigationals,
Perfect.
all the things. Yeah.
He says, I could definitely try that. It's just a matter of making sure that I pinpoint and find you all exactly where you are. So that way no one gets lost.
You land in the river, you follow the river, we find you.
Yeah. Luckily, you're a much larger target, so we can find you more easily than you can
Yeah.
find us.
So just
We have Skyride.
Yeah.
It's fine.
yeah.
That's true. We also have locate object.
Oh, yeah, that's
a
a
flying set of
So,
eyeballs.
for
That's true.
anybody
That's
who's
true.
ever done any time in the wilderness, finding something anywhere in the wilderness is not
Yeah,
like
but finding something that's on a river
Yeah.
is very different.
it's very different, but it's still not easy. Just
Okay,
saying.
well, I also have Phantom.
Yeah,
So we'll
We also, I think, 4 of us are Outlanders. So
Yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
expert trackers and shit.
Yeah, and I'm not. That's cool. No big deal.
Hey, you know, hey,
Yeah.
shut up,
Put it in the
you.
book.
So
Yeah, Megan, I
we'll
really
let
like
you make
D&D.
the arrangements
Yeah.
with Zagal,
Okay.
and we'll head our separate ways.
Okay, cool. So who is going where?
I'm going to the
Blacksmith.
So blacksmith, team blacksmith. Raise your hand.
Team Blacksmith.
Team anyone else? Where you get the rest of you going?
Still doing my errand.
I'm
Aaron,
just going
Aaron.
with her.
Raksha, what are you up to?
I want to stay inside my little hidey hole room.
Okay.
You're not alone today.
Yeah, you don't get.
I already told you you're grounded for the day. And
Do I hear them talking?
until you are given a clean bill of health, you are grounded for the day.
Well, doesn't
Make a perception check.
I'm on the ground, so don't I stay here?
You're grounded as in you're
Natural
in trouble.
20.
You have to have
So
people
23.
watching you at all times.
You can either go with us or you can go with you.
How about we don't treat her like child? Maybe we leave her. There are so many people here.
My worry is that Dig is not entirely out of her head.
Do you have a problem
I mean,
being left alone?
Well, still,
Rock
literally
shot.
has first crazy man in her brain, and
Yeah.
he hasn't said shit to her. And
I
Across
know,
the
but
morning.
he never completely
I'm sorry,
possessed
maybe
you either. My worry is that we haven't had her completely. My worry is for her own safety. I know she can take care of herself. She's the strongest fighter among us.
Well, then we
Look,
tell her to tell.
I'm
tell Vic.
staring at Nasara.
I'll go.
She wants to tell me something.
I'll go find Brutus.
Just
Yeah.
promise
Ooh,
me that
that works.
You're going with us to the blacksmith.
if
so.
you
Yeah.
feel even queasy or
I'm not
just
saying
anything, you need to let us know. I'm
Shit, fuck, help. Right in the ring.
feeling
Shit,
thirsty.
fuck, help.
Shit, fuck, help.
Do you need to know that?
No.
Just keep your water skin filled.
I just, if you feel like it's happening again, just let us know.
Didn't feel anything when it did happen.
Great.
That's the problem. How about we tell Brutus that if she starts acting really weird, to just knock her out?
He won't know. She acts weird all the time. We're gonna come back and she's gonna be dead.
No, we'll leave her with Brutus, and then we give Vic a heads up to just maybe. keep on
She
her
said
resolve.
she didn't want us to tell anyone.
Yeah, but we can be
We
very
could just
vague.
say that she's not feeling well, and that if something seems off,
Where is Vic right now?
Vic, he's kind of left. He like walked to Leah and come over Brightwater.
I'm
Carmen.
gonna go find him.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
plus we didn't check on Brutus.
Yeah.
You two can handle that one.
We were kind of waylaid.
8.
You'll manage to find him.
Do I see Brutus?
Make an investigation check.
How hard is he to miss?
8.
You see neither one of them. As you kind of walk out, you look around.
Walks right past
Deegan.
Brutus.
Okay. Ladies, I hate to impose here, but what is going on? Do you have an interesting
We're
morning?
supposed to tell you about
I was
that.
literally about to tell you.
Yes,
Yeah.
sorry. You do seem to be bursting at the seams to say something.
We got a little distracted.
We had a bit of a morning.
What happened?
So
Were you there when Raksha ate Dig's heart?
I do believe I saw some of that. You should really be careful about whose hearts you eat. I mean,
Yeah, we had a good long talk with her about that.
No more
some are
demon
not
hearts
worth your
for her.
time. What?
So apparently, eating the heart of whatever the fuck
creature
Dig
made by a
was
demon.
allows
Flynn.
the demon prince to maybe possess their body and or
Yeah.
their minds,
Yeah.
which kind of happened. I managed to remove the curse, so she's fine now. Everything's
MVP.
great.
Like, we've kind of told you about how we kind of stopped the summoning of the demon prince first time.
He's apparently still trying to make his way into our.
You
our
ladies
plane.
really like to downplay things, don't you? Raksha, are you okay?
She's okay now.
She's fine.
You should really not
Hey,
eat
Llewellyn
hearts.
can personally attest to the fact that Percy is very good at removing curses.
I have no doubt that Percy's very
And
talented
bringing
at
us
many
back from
things.
fucking death.
Yeah.
MVP.
It's let's just say I have someone looking out for me
Most
somewhere.
hearts are
Yeah.
quite delicious, though. Have you ever had chimera heart?
I haven't. I've eaten plenty hearts in my time. Well, in a manner of speaking. You should
Maybe
really
not
be
literally.
more.
Yes, we're all very going to be much more careful about what we play in our house.
Yes.
So
Can you be left alone? Do you want to come with
Never
us?
puts anything
I'm
unsavory in her
going to
mouth.
find Brutus because I guess I'm
What is that, like
grounded.
He's
They
not
should-
around as far as I
Yes.
can see. Would you like to just join us to go to the blacksmith?
you're welcome to join us if you'd like. If you'd rather stay here, you are your own person and capable of taking care of yourself. But we all care about you, and we would appreciate it if you would let us know.
I
where
would
to be.
never mind an escort, though.
And I mean, she did. Luell straight up asked Raksha, hey, could you tell Luell if you start to not feel so great about the stuff? And she did tell her, hey, I don't give two shits about you peoples right now. So,
So what would you like to do?
Wait.
Wait, where did that come from? That I don't give two shits about you people.
She
but
said at the beginning of the. This is Melissa.
When-
At the beginning of the night, she was like, "I don't care about you guys all of a sudden."
Oh yeah, when it was happening.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
when it was happening, and she was very honest about it. She didn't realize why, but she was honest about the fact of like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. But see, the thing is, so if something happened, would she reach out or would she just run off somewhere? We don't know.
Raksha, do you promise to let us know if you start feeling like you don't care about us anymore?
Yes.
Perfect. See, we're
This
good.
is what the world was trying to get us.
So, would you like to stay here? Would you like to come with us?
I'm going to stay there.
Perfect.
Let's go.
Stereo.
You are an interesting bunch, really.
I swear, sometimes you two are the same.
Yeah, a little bit.
We're
Blacksmith.
in 2 campaigns together. It's fine.
And I'm gonna look to Visari and kind of like freshen her up a little bit, like brush her hair down, maybe like
That's
pinch her-
good, 'cause
I'm
her
gonna
hair
pinch her
is-
cheeks a little
yeah.
bit,
I don't
kind of
think
freshen
she's the
her
one
up a
that
little bit.
needs this.
She seemed a little excited about going to the blacksmith, so I'm just
are
gonna make
we-
sure she looks.
Are we going somewhere fancy? Does anyone need beet juice?
Do you have beet juice? It's great for dyeing things.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
take a
lips.
little bit of it, and then I'm gonna rub it on Nisar's
Oh my
lips
God.
and pinch her cheeks a bit.
Yeah, she puts it on my beak from time to time. It's great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You're a woman of wonder, Percy.
I try.
You
Shall we?
succeed.
All
Let's
right,
go.
Let's go.
Okay. So, Team Blacksmith, you all make your way.
Oh, and Phantom's out too. Just side
Phantom's
note.
out running around, being
Yep.
crazy.
Yep.
Okay.
I mean, not
Phantom.
not
Hashtag
being
Team
crazy, but being Phantom.
Make an animal handling check.
Shit.
With advantage because you're familiar. But as you all make your way up to Main Fair to go to the blacksmith.
8.
8. Okay, cool. So you all make your way up to Main Fair to go to the blacksmith. You and the well. You walk across the road to Beeston to where you fought Dig before. Which you all like to do.
Calmly walking over, just keeping our peepers open. That way we can slip into super stealthy mode if anything looks off.
Is anybody milling about?
We fought. Make an investigation or a perception check.
Can we both?
I rolled a 15, but my passive is 20.
Okay.
Correct.
Jesus.
I'm like, I don't know. Super observant.
So, you make your way. The mud on the streets once you get past the main roads. It's still like that. That heat is just emanating from the ground beneath you. You get back to those little crossroads where you fought before, and you still see laying in the mud the bodies of those that you defeated, including that of Dig, head missing, chest open,
Let's go ahead and.
laying in the streets.
Yeah, so there are 2 purposes that I had over here. First is I want to find anything that'll burn, and I'm just gonna make some kind of impromptu small little pyre and burn Dig's body.
Okay.
I was gonna say, give it the old Evil Dead treatment.
Love
Just
doesn't like
dismember and
burning
burn.
this. Lila's just gonna put it under the ground.
Yeah, but
It's
the
a
whole
demon thing. One doesn't like the whole burning with the demons. It's
I don't either, but incinerating the body might help it prevent it from coming back in
or might
possession. of
release
things.
something terrible.
Who knows?
We will in a moment.
I know, it's like, is there anything that I don't even know what that would be?
They're
An
made by
Arcana
demons.
check?
Do they
Are we
even
there?
burn?
Religion
No,
check.
it's just me and Luell.
Religion
Okay.
check.
They're made by demons. Do they even burn?
Well, the
They
head's
did.
splatted.
Didn't seem to have any. She didn't have any
Just
severe
0.
resistance.
So 16.
16. So their gnolls aren't demons.
No, but they were.
They are corrupted hyenas.
Yeah.
That's it. So they do have
Corrupted by demons.
fiendish blood in them,
Mm-hmm.
but they are considered humanoid.
So would burning it potentially release anything bad or burning the body?
Okay.
You know this is weird, but that doesn't ever. The most superstitious. They have makings with demons. Like this is.
Yeah.
So you.
Well, and I don't even know
Superstition.
this as a player.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
intentionally don't read anything about
Thank you.
anything.
I
Like,
appreciate
I
that.
don't even read anything about any of the other classes because I'm like,
I just use.
I don't want to know how
I
shit
just watch
works.
shit about spells just so I can annoy the piss out of you and help her out.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So you manage
thank
to
you.
burn Dig's body, and it burns. Make a religion. Make a wisdom check. Just roll a d20 and add your wisdom.
Not good. 11.
Lovely. Okay. So yeah, the body burns, and nothing seems to happen.
Ooh, can Luau use move earth to like bury the ashes?
Yep.
Cool.
Disappear. Sight.
A good 15 feet under.
Okay.
I'm not coming up.
Okay.
Fuck your ashes.
Oh jeez. Fuck your shit.
So you managed to burn Dick.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
So second thing is, as an afterthought though, I'll go ahead and grab all the other bodies and kind of pull them into the center, and at the end I'll light a pyre to just kind of clean up the
Oh, I
area
Okay.
too.
figured we had done.
Cool.
Yeah, pyre
So-
or bury them or whatever.
So you
But-
burn the bodies and then bury the ashes.
Yeah, but I'm going to find the body of the man that I killed at the end.
So
You passed him off to an able-bodied person, didn't you?
No.
Oh, that was the corpse that I
was
found
the
inside.
corpses.
Oh, you did leave him.
Yep.
Yeah.
So you do find, and it was a human male, and he's laying in the doorway where he stepped out, and you just crushed his face in. He's laying there, dead.
Yeah. So, just gonna crouch in front of him and first just commit the atrocity that is his face to memory.
Okay.
I am going to, not looting the body, because everything else is staying with. I'm just looking for some small thing that I'm gonna tie into my brain. So if there's nothing like loose and easy, I will cut off a sliver of cloth.
Make an investigation check.
Luau would have started to follow her back there, but then, like, once she realized, like,
20.
what was
20.
happening, she would have hung back.
So you kind of search him over, kind of looking for that keepsake. And as you kind of feel around, you kind of grab his hand, and on his left hand you feel up, and it's a hard spot underneath the glove.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wedding ring.
Of course. Yep. Yeah, so that's perfect then. So I will take that off and tie it into one of several braids that I have just specifically for this.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, yeah, we'll just kind of sit with the body for a while. And then, yeah, eventually just go over and make sure that he is buried or burned or
Okay.
whatever it is that we're doing with the rest of them.
So let's sit there with the body, reminiscing over what happened. You notice that kind of falling from the sky, there's this little mote of light that just kind of like dances down and floats and then comes towards you. And then it kind of just comes at you. Then hits you right in the chest. And you feel this warmth kind of pass over you. And you just hear a voice in your ear that just says, "Be the light."
Do I recognize this voice at all? Has this ever happened to me before?
Never.
Interesting. Yeah. So, yeah, gonna take a little while to process that, and then yeah, go ahead and pick up the body and just very gently carry him over.
Would you like help with the body? Dealing and processing and doing whatever?
She's just
Like, would you like me to dig a hole? No one's to help. Please? Wah.
With all the effort of a verbal and semantic spell,
I really hope you
Grave.
actually say
In the mud.
to get it to go.
Probably does.
Oh my gosh.
Luella doesn't know how to handle this. Like,
Yeah.
Luella watched this happen, and then she kind of freaked out. And Luella was like, I need a moment. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. Well, and there were several other bodies too, right? Because we had several that
Yeah.
we killed.
Yeah,
so
but
we're still there.
Luella
Yeah.
figured she burned everybody on the firewood dig.
Yeah, I kind
She
of figured that too.
gathered
Because I
anybody
honestly
else.
would have handled all of the other bodies before going to this, because I would have known that this was going to take me a while.
Cool. Just so you know, I marked that as a personal milestone for your character.
Was the murdering or the dealing of blood?
The second one.
Second one. The murdering or the...
I guess you have to do the first though.
Yeah.
I was trying not to laugh because maybe what's the Churro teacher's name from Kung Fu Panda? He like disappears into like light bits.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
So,
So I will ask you though to, if you could bury this body instead of having us burn it, then
it's the
yeah. So, and then, yeah, I'm just gonna sit here for a while.
I'll sit with you as long as you needs. Well, I just needs herbs. Unless it's one of those little non-need herbs. So,
Yeah.
no could find herbs on travels. Probably better than going to marketplace where we'll be ripped off.
cool.
Now, I will say one thing though. If you see me act like this again, or do anything like this again, you have complete and utter permission to do anything to stop me.
She's gonna remember you said that.
I hope she does.
Yeah, you will never forget.
I don't know.
She's
well,
like an
well,
elephant.
tends to forget.
An elephant never forgets.
Well, Luella's not an elephant.
A
So.
elephant.
Yes.
A
elephant.
elephant.
Lord have mercy.
Oh my gosh, I'm now just imagining a cat elephant. Wait, it's a
so
woolly mammoth! Oh my god!
So as you sit there with Luell,
Uh-huh.
processing whatever it is that you're processing at the moment, you definitely feel a presence about you, and you kind of you feel at first you feel a little off put, but then all of a sudden just joy comes to your heart as you realize the sun's looking down upon you. You can feel it somewhere in your bones, but you know that whoever spoke to you, whatever that was, that's where it came from.
Just gonna stare. Well, not stare, but just straight up and just bask in the sun. Just kind of this thing.
Cool. All right. The rest of you, assholes, going to the blacksmith shop.
Asshole party.
Assholes.
So,
Downstairs at Brenton.
Yeah, assholes.
you all make your way.
He said it's an asshole party.
I am. Really want to heard that
God.
Oh my gosh, that took me like 2 minutes.
So you all make your way
Wow.
To the eye candy. I mean the blacksmith
to the
shop.
blacksmith
On the
shop.
way there,
Mhm.
two things. One, is there like a stall or a booth or like a random inn or bar that I can just stop in real quick to fill my flask?
Yeah, absolutely.
Perfect.
Oh.
I need to do that.
It'd be like 5 copper to do that.
Okay,
yeah.
so I'm gonna do that. And then I'll come back out, just be like, I'll take a swig, not.
I will pretend to take a swig.
Okay.
And I will for real.
Do
make
I?
Make a deception check and make a insight check.
It's because I don't have my lucky dice with me today. I'm so pissed.
Not natural 20.
14.
Yeah, she straight up spit it right back into the
Oh,
glass.
yeah.
All the back off.
You could have just said no. You don't have to
And then I'm
put a
just gonna.
face on around us.
I'm just gonna take it and be like,
Yeah.
I'll take yours, and I'll drink it.
Habits. I'm sorry.
It's all good. So what do you need from the blacksmith shop?
I'm a bit easy to hit.
You're squishy. She's squishy.
And you ladies seem to really call a lot of violence to yourself, so perhaps something that will protect me a little bit more.
Perfect.
Yes.
Have you met the blacksmiths? At
Have I
the
met the
Copper
blacksmiths?
Dragon?
I haven't, but
Papa Crumb.
I've heard there's something to admire, to look at.
Well,
The Dragonborn is
Hot.
hot.
Yes?
Hot.
Oh, Nisara,
I mean,
love
for
you
like
so
an
much.
older gentleman.
Yeah. Yeah.
Age doesn't matter. I mean,
Silver
shall
fox.
we go?
I mean, he's copper.
Brass.
Brass fox.
So, as you're
We'll
all
make our way
kind
back
of
to
Dragon.
our chit chat.
approaching,
Yeah, where does
you hear the
Throat
distant ding, ding,
Oh,
ding.
what's his name?
I'm gonna turn to Nisara. Nisara,
Yeah.
what? Take a deep breath.
Yeah, he's just eye candy, okay?
So
I know. Have your wits
like,
about
as
you.
soon as
They're
I
like
see
slightly
him,
hard to
is
get.
he like facing me or is he like facing away?
So as you all kind of approach, you walk through a little bit of main fair that you have to get to the shop. You walk through the bazaar area where it's like 3-story buildings with like different colored flags shipped across the alleyway above you, and right at the corner of one of the entrances to main fair, you see the Brass Dragon Ironworks. And there's one entrance in. It's kind of wooden gate, but it's open above the fence. So there's probably like 4 foot of fence, and it's open up until the second floor. And you see within there, you do see the burning fires of the forge. You see his little minions running around helping out. But there you do see the hulking form of a 6'7" brass dragonborn. He is facing you. He seems to be working on I'm not sure what, but he's hammering away at this glowing hot piece of steel. And you see he's got the
Lay it on me.
yeah, he's got the brass coloration, and along the edges of where his bones meet his skin, you see it's kind of tarnished, but it's green, a little older in age. But he's broad-chested, big muscles, and he's just hammering away as you all approach.
So,
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to say, so I'm going to use thaumaturgy to make my voice louder, not like booming, but like just loud enough.
Okay.
And I'm just going to say, like, Papa Crumb!
And
See if you...
ching! He looks up. Oh, welcome back.
I want to make sure that there's nobody around that's paying too much attention to us, or nobody that I recognize from
Make
any of the
A
factions.
perception check.
You motherfuckers have been fucking me over. Okay.
Welcome to my
Wait.
life.
These gloves don't work so well with computers. 25.
25.
Nope, I'm a liar. That would be a 22.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh no.
Oh, go! Oh, you
Sometimes golf
bitch!
make all the difference.
So, as you're kind of like looking around, you notice a tabaxi kind of walking by a alleyway. As you kind of like look around, and you see that she's turns to walk down the alley, but as soon as she sees you, she turns to walk away.
Okay.
Very dark coloration of her fur, just kind of speckled with white all about her. She wears fine robes, fine clothing, and you immediately recognize her as Fresh Wing from the Blind Seconds.
So the sister.
Sister.
I recognize her?
Mm-hmm.
As what?
As she
Fresh
Huh?
Yeah, Fresh Wing.
I feel like this is nothing I know about.
And she's the leader of the Blind Seconds. They are the
Seconds.
yeah. They move money in and out of the city. And she sees you and then bolts off.
Do I? Okay, that's fine.
She's the sister of the tabaxi who runs the wells.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Yes,
Yep.
they're tabaxi that enslave people.
Yeah.
And give them
So
drugs from the homeland.
I-
And the well has quite a bone to pick.
Yes.
The well's not there, so thank God. Sorry. But I'll just, after I see her duck in, I'll just kind of lean in towards Percy and just say, just so you know, we're always being watched, but specifically now.
Of course we are. But thank you for letting us know.
So the whole time, this big dragonborn standing there looking at you all. Can I help you?
Hopefully. My friend here, I don't believe you've met.
Yavanna, nice to meet you.
He puts his hammer down on the, and then you see him wipe his hand off on this like leather apron and shakes your hand. This big
I turn it
sooty-
from this to this.
Yeah,
to shake.
he's like
Yeah, I know. I'm aware.
he shakes. This big, massive, sooty.
I'll give him a nice
scaled
firm
hand.
handshake.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I didn't catch your name.
Well, everyone calls me Papa or Popcorn.
Well, Papa will do just fine. Nice to meet you.
You too. And your name was
Giovanna.
Ivana.
I'm used to calling people daddies instead.
Y'all are dirty.
Yeah. Hachimachi.
He's dead.
I don't know about these beautiful women, but I'm in the market for a chain shirt.
I could have one made up for you in the next 4 days.
Do you not perhaps have one already made? We're gonna perhaps be. The thing about these beautiful women is men love to show their strength around them. And as you see, I'm not the strongest of sorts. I would really like to have some protection a little bit sooner if you could
I'm
bring
sorry.
anything up.
That's we don't carry every piece of armor has to be made tailor made to you.
What would something like this cost me?
He says. Put the prices here real quick. You said a chain shirt, right?
Yeah.
50 gold. So that's what you see on the book, right?
Yeah.
He says that would run you 60 gold pieces.
Are you sure you... I mean, I'm quite small. It wouldn't take as much chain. Are you sure there wouldn't be a little bit of a decrease
Make a
in
persuasion
price?
check.
Come on, baby.
No.
Is it a
60.
what?
It's gonna be 60 gold.
It's gonna be 70.
Yeah.
100 gold
He
Okay.
says, unfortunately, 4 days, 60 gold is the best I can do.
I understand.
I have a
You're
back
running a
order.
business. Pride's not hurt at all. Would you like me to pay in advance? For, I really do need something.
I do as well. A chain shirt actually is very, very good.
Oh.
So 2 chain shirts,
Can you even wear chain shirts?
I think so.
medium armor.
It's medium armor.
Yep. I think you have to wear light.
Yeah,
Yeah, and that's why I was.
Do you have any? 'Cause
That's why I
have-
don't have any. That's why I only have leathers.
She has leathers, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
What about
I only have
studded
leathers.
leather? Is that still medium?
I think studded leather
No,
is still
studded,
light.
studded
So
leather.
there's light.
It's still
Yeah.
light.
Yeah.
Because we had found studded leather for it, but it was
too big.
It was
Yeah.
What do you
too
have right now?
big.
Just regular leather?
Yeah, I have just regular leather.
In the meantime, so I seem to have misplaced my tools that I use for jewelry making and the like. I was wondering if you would let me use your facilities and possibly if you have material. I don't need much, really, just some coppers and steel. I'll pay you for the use of your facilities if you wouldn't mind.
Make a persuasion check.
I can maybe do that. Oh, okay, that's 18.
Okay. He says, sure, we're not using 3 gold a day.
Well, now would be great if you had room to spare. It shouldn't take me very long. I only want to make something very small.
Yeah, 3 gold.
Perfect. So I'll
All
pay him. And I'll go and craft it. Ivana,
Yes.
can I see your hands, please?
Anytime, dear.
So I'll just kind of try to size it, and I know it'll eventually be magical, but in the meantime.
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah.
Yeah.
So and as you do that, you see him kind of like lean back. And he says, "Idon." That human male comes walking out. And he says, "Show her." You see this smile come across Dragonborn's face. He's like, "Show her where the jewelry making kit is." And she just like waves and like, walks inside.
So, Idon, right?
Yeah.
So how long
He
have you been
does
working
speak.
here? And I'll kind of like just chat with him like
Yeah,
randomly.
yeah, and he's super awkward for a moment.
Cutest fucking thing I've
For a
ever
moment.
For a moment.
For a moment, until he just like clams up completely.
Oh, I'm going to make it my personal mission to just.
She can unclam
I
that.
mean, with the roles that you made originally, he's completely and totally 100% always going to be awkward around you now. So, yeah.
I only intimidated the hell out of a man, and all of a sudden.
Yeah.
It's a gross tonight.
We are in such a
tonight.
So,
Every week.
you are able to, and you're making a ring.
I doubt it's
Right.
trying
It's
to
fine.
blend into the couch.
So, yeah, it probably take a couple hours to make a
Aw.
ring good enough to for her to you can enchant it later.
Yeah, I'm basically just copper wire wrapped by silver.
Okay. Cool. All right. So, you all, anything else you all would like? So, it's
Do
60
we have to
gold each.
pre-bid 60?
Yeah.
Well, I can't I can't wear a chain shirt.
She can't.
That's right.
So it would have to be something.
Do you have your leathers studded by him?
It's still.
I would have to take them off.
I mean,
Oh.
could
I'm
I
kind
do
of
something
wearing
like that?
I know, but would that just take him a couple hours? So could he do that?
Perhaps we can find somebody.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Perhaps
know,
we
but
can find somebody
if
to
the leathers
enchant over your
You just have
armor.
to add studs to it.
I'm.
You have to have tools to do that.
I haven't
You
really-
know it.
I know, yes, but
If we can,
Not everybody.
if we find like a leatherist,
A tannery.
a
do you-
tannery.
Yeah, can we just ask? Do you know somebody who works with leather?
he says, yeah, actually I do. And he point you in the direction of the shop where you can get your leathers
What's the
upgraded.
name of the shop?
The name of the shop is
The tannery.
Tanner's Tannery.
Yes. Tannery.
that is
60
not
gold
it at all.
pieces.
It is called.
Is that accurate? I don't know if that's accurate.
Yeah, we don't have to.
I know. I don't know. I don't feel like.
We have so much money.
I don't know. Is this accurate? It's my money.
I have
so
a
much
lot.
money.
I also have.
Did
a
I?
lot
Is
of
that
money.
I? How
How
much?
much money do you have?
I don't know. How much money
She's
did you give me?
She has over 3,000 gold.
No, that's
I
not
feel like that's
accurate.
not accurate.
But that's not even anywhere near being
I
accurate.
know. I need to go back through her notes. I just pulled it up and I was like, I don't feel like this is right.
Probably
Somebody
like,
add on
probably
extra
like
zero.
200 gold maybe.
I wonder if there's an extra.
Yeah, you probably
Zero.
Probably
have
300.
somewhere.
300 would
That
make
5
sense.
is probably
Yeah.
not accurate.
Yeah,
So
take out and
And
ditch
then-
it.
Like silver or something.
it is called.
I had 100.
5 or whatever.
That's what I'm saying.
You need to stop. You need to stop being like, I'll get it, I'll cover it.
No,
don't worry about
because somebody stole my entire bag of gold.
Oh yeah.
You know what? They didn't steal it.
You would have done that.
I have so much gold. Okay.
So it's
So we don't have to like go through
Yeah.
all that, but I would like
I
to go
do.
somewhere to that leather place and get
Yeah.
like some, my
So the cost to upgrade it would just be, so it would be 35 gold pieces.
That's fine.
To upgrade it from leather to set of leather, and it'll take him a day. to do
That's
that.
fine. That's
Yeah.
fine.
Or we're leaving
I know, but if that's how long it's gonna take,
So,
then
yeah.
I'll just pick them up when I get back.
Following day, yeah.
Yeah. So-
to get that, and I forgot.
So so I won't have my leathers then.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine.
You got your shield.
Yeah, I was gonna say my AC is still the same. So. It's fine.
Have I been able to work on my side project at all?
It's been like 2 days.
Really?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been like 4 weeks.
Yeah.
I
you
wanna-
guys,
what's
you
your
guys have
subject?
been in
thing?
Oslavar for 10 sessions,
Cool.
or like 8 sessions, but you've been in like game time. It's been like 3 days.
Before
Yeah.
we leave the blacksmith though, I wanna ask him for something. I'm gonna take out like this fan that I have, and I'm gonna ask him if he can like equip the edges of it with sharp metal that's light as well.
You see, like his eyes light up, and he's just like,
Heck yeah.
Dude.
How long will that take? Oh, this is something you're excited about, is it?
he says, well, it depends on. I mean, it's gonna be, you have to research types of metals that will work with that, and how much weight your fan can handle. It's gonna be a custom project.
I close it and say, you can reinforce the fan if you need to, but no, this is very important to me.
I understand that, but I can't put a time frame on it per se.
That's fine. I don't quite let it go. I can trust you with this.
Of course, I'm a blacksmith. That's what I do.
Yes, I know you work with fire, and this is very delicate.
I'm a very large individual, but I'm actually very delicate if I need to be.
Perfect.
Nasaru visibly blushes when he says that.
So your lavender skin turns dark purple.
I kind of push her forward. She might have something to talk to you about as well.
No, what are you talking? I have to go to the leather. I have to go to the leathery, the tannery, and I'm just like looking at
The leathery.
So
I don't say leather.
I love leathery. I'd be like, by the time I'm done with that, whenever they'd be ready to head out.
Yep.
Okay. So I'll thank him, do all that, and so
Cool.
yeah.
So you have a ring. You have a chain shirt on order.
Mm-hmm. And my fan.
And your fan. You have your set of leather being made for you, ready for you
My
tomorrow.
BDSM outfit.
Yep.
What? Harry?
You're seeing that outfit right there.
Before I leave, I'm going to give Papa Crom a kiss on the cheek.
Okay. So you walk up to him and he's just like,
Yeah,
A little bit.
Yeah.
he kind of leans down unless you, cause like his cheek is like it's got these. He has these like almost like a beard, but these like tendrils kind of hanging off of his cheekbones. And this big, hard, like almost like metal hard jawbone that you kiss, and he's just like, thank you.
Thank you very much for letting me use your space.
Of course, anytime.
We'll see you soon. Come on along, ladies.
Thank you so much, Papa. We'll see you in 4 days.
He waves, goes back to what he's doing. The whole time, were you looking for Brutus?
Yeah.
Okay. So roll investigation check.
Natural one.
So you don't find Brutus.
Not only do you not find him, you get lost.
You don't find Brutus, but you do find Vic. But you find him. He's kind of sitting like on like a little boardwalk next to the tavern. It's kind of connected to the tavern. He's kind of sitting around people. People are kind of milling about him, talking to him every now and again. He seems to be making a presence. And as you're kind of like looking for Brutus, you see him sitting there. And, you see this man in ragged clothes, maybe just wearing a vest and these torn, tattered pants. And you see him like shaking, as if he's freezing cold even though it's hot. You notice that he has his nostrils are like scabbed all around his nose and around his lips. And as you're kind of approaching Vic, you see him kind of like wave the man over. You see Vic place his hand on the man's head. And the shaking stops. This little light just pops on his head. And the man just kind of stands, and you see as if the man he's got a clarity he's never had. And he kind of shakes Vic's hand as he kind of turns to walk away. That's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh, Vic.
So,
Run that good.
thank you, everybody. This is all around recording, but thank you if you're watching the rerun. We appreciate it.
So much.
Internet sucks, but we will see you all back here next week to pick right back up where we left off.
And we'll see you on Sunday.
Sunday.
I will not be here
On Sunday.
on Sunday,
Right.
as I have told you multiple times
Sunday
already.
is
That was it in chat.
And
know
I
I
even
sent it to you,
responded.
like,
No, I'm
I-
fucking with you guys. Of
Oh,
course
God,
I am.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
It's cool. I'll play club.
Yeah, that's fine. You guys-
I'll play Cloud.
Honestly,
Actually, who wants to guest star as
I mean,
Cloud?
I trust you guys with Cloud.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we're not
it'll be
gonna
fine.
play.
I would be like,
She is way more like, she gets way more into the cat thing than Luelle does.
Yeah.
She's way more like a straight up cat.
Yeah.
So you're playing Kevin.
I'm literally
Yes.
playing Kevin. Like,
Aww.
and I actually changed her to like I don't know.
It's fine.
gestured to chaotic good.
Yeah, it's fine. It's
She was
Chaotic is always fun.
Anyway, we love you guys.
We love you.
Bye.
Remember, sorry to do this, but all donations go straight towards the stream. Help
Yes.
us keep this stream up and running more smoothly than unfortunately it currently does.
Yeah.
Help support us. We really
help
appreciate
us
it.
get a new mic and a new cameras and
lights.
And a kidney, don't ask.
We're trying to make the stream better for you guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Thank you so much.
We love you guys. We'll
Love
see
you
you Sunday.
guys.
See you
Bye.
Sunday. Bye.